10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Warning, viewer listener discretion is advised. The majority of the content of this program is not fact-checked. It is highly advised that it not be used for teaching your children from said content, other than making an example out of the hosts of what they should not grow up to be. Remember this, it's the beer talking.
Welcome to the truth about beer.
All the crap that we're interested in.
I'm Keith Davidson.
I'm Papa Joey Stay.
I'm Tim Rice.
Searching for the truth.
Exploring the
unexplained.
Investigating the paranormal. Subscribe now.
Hit the alert button.
Hit the alert button so you don't miss an episode. Welcome to the truth
About beer.
and sweet.
There it goes. It's always a lag.
I'm out of breath.
From stairs?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm so out of shape. The hub button would have been really good right there.
Yeah.
People can't believe that I'm not out of shape, right?
Huh? Well, welcome everybody to Happy Unexplained Hour.
This is actually the really first one we've had
This season.
this season.
Yeah.
So we've had some really terrific guests on. And
lots more to come.
yeah.
So
Look, my shirt looks really cool.
I know it does. Ooh. You almost got the green screen going on.
I've got a
there.
hole in my hole in my heart.
There's a hole in your heart.
Oh, who's on?
All right.
There's already 23 comments.
Holy crap. What are we doing? What are we doing
Look
here?
at there.
We
They've been having a party without us.
We got Mike on. We got Wendy on. We got Tim's on. Hey, Tim.
Wow, where's Tim at?
Kathleen's on. Let's go ahead and bring them on because you're already talking about it.
Oh, they're at the bar.
You guys are at the bar.
Yeah, we're at the bar. At the
Yeah.
bar.
You drinking?
Hey guys.
Bar.
What's up?
Nothing. Just chilling at the bar, getting a
Bye.
see you
cancer
guys
right.
Hey, George is on too.
We got Christine on. Aragon Stories. God, we got everybody on. Super Horror Show.
Yeah, Super Horseshoe Mac.
All right.
Like
Morgan.
Bigfoot.
Morgan's asking where you're at.
Hey, Jack Gill's on.
I'm at the bar.
What did I do?
It says you're on. You've got comments going.
I know. I'm in limbo.
All right.
You're not hiding behind a console in there.
No,
I don't think so.
he's at
I'm
the
at
bar.
the bar.
You can't hit the hub button though.
There's no hub button.
The hub button's not on that machine
It's
yet.
not. That's right.
I have to just go, huh?
That was one of the things on my checklist to get done today that I didn't get.
Well, we can all just say, huh?
Yeah, we can.
Tim's
I was going to
breaking.
be wearing dreads tonight, and that didn't work out so well either.
What do you mean back there, Tim?
Opening beers, but getting ready.
Oh,
All
is
right.
that
Well,
right?
let's bring him on.
Well, yes, you
You know
know
him?
you love them.
The guru of the suds, Mr. Jeff Stay.
Hey, Jeff.
Guys? Hey, how's it going, Tim? It's been a while.
Yeah, man. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you.
Good to be seen.
Absolutely.
Got the little man.
Little man hiding behind the microphone.
Yep.
He's
Oh,
been a little fussy, so hopefully mom gets home very soon and takes him. That's the downside to a nicer microphone that I have now. It's going to pick up everything.
Everything. Well, you already poured yours.
Oh, here we better pass ours around.
Yeah, we need-
Yeah, I poured mine since I've got him with me.
Yeah. That's okay. We'll forgive you.
It's been a long time since I've had one of these, so I'm anxious to actually
Yeah, it'd been a
hear
long
about
time
it.
too.
I've never had
Yeah,
one.
Good old Red Stripe out of Jamaica.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, so it is kind of an interesting story with these ones. It was
Before.
original. Well, actually, you know what? Let's just get drinking and then we'll start talking.
call.
So it is just typical lager, just a nice clear lager.
Very yellow.
Yep. Whoa,
Clear.
there's little dude. All right.
Don't do that.
Exactly.
Cheers.
Oh,
Jerks. I'm almost there.
Sorry.
That's fine. I'm used to it.
keep going.
Sure.
Cheers. Shalom.
So if I was blindfolded and I didn't know any better and someone gave that to me, I would say that was Sapporo or Kirin. It totally tastes like a Japanese beer to me. I don't know why. But.
Did he say Jasmine or Japanese?
Japanese.
Oh, my bad.
It's a Jeff beer.
But I mean, they're all lagers anyway. But it's not bad. It's just like I said, nice clean lager. What I think is funny with this is so it was originally introduced about 1928 in Galena, Illinois. So it is not a Jamaican beer originally. And then there were some British investors that needed to invest in something. They were tight on money in that. And so they had enough money to buy the recipe from this. They took it and then took it to Jamaica and kind of created it to be a Jamaican beer. So it is clear back in the 1930s that it was being brewed in Jamaica. But I've just always assumed like it was, originally a Jamaican beer. But nope, it's from Galena, Illinois. So and there is a Galena brewery that still exists, I believe. But they have nothing to do with Red Stripe and haven't, since the 30s. Another interesting thing, though, with Galena is there's a Galena hop. So in some of the beers that are brewed, it's one of many hops that are used, and it's more of a bittering hop. So it's a hop that goes early in the boil, just to kind of take away from the sweetness of the malt instead of the aroma style hops. They go later in the boil. So, but anyway, and then they introduced it. So it started in the U.S., like I say, went to Jamaica in the 1930s. It didn't come back to the U.S. until like 1985 is when they started exporting it out of Jamaica into the U.S. And it had always been in Jamaica, had been in these short, stubby brown bottles, but they kind of wanted to compete with Heineken and be this, kind of exotic import or whatever. And so they were putting it in green bottles, but it didn't work because anyone who had traveled to Jamaica, they expected to see Red Stripe in this short, brown, stubby bottle. And so that was pretty short-lived that they were doing the green bottle, switched it to the short, stubby bottle, and then it kind of took off from there. So, but it wasn't until 2004, I think, that exports of Red Stripe surpassed sales within Jamaica. So, I mean, it's all, like I say, it's been in the U.S. since 85, but it's fairly recent that it's, really gained popularity. And
Right.
it kind of makes sense because that's when you started seeing a lot of like the Red Stripe ads, the hooray beer. And,
Thought it was all about cool runnings.
yeah, exactly. Probably. I guess that would have been the 90s. So I'm sure it helped it though. Everyone enjoyed Jamaican culture a little bit more after that movie. So I'm sure it did legitimately do something for the beer.
Right.
But yeah, so it's been kind of tossed around a little bit. It's technically under Diageo, the massive conglomerate of liquors and beer owners who technically owns a good chunk of it now. They, in, I want to say like 2010, 2012, they actually took the U.S. production, they brought some of the production back to the U.S., I'll say. And they were even using the Latrobe Brewing in Wisconsin, which is where Rolling Rock was originally brewed. And then they've slowly kind of taken it back to Jamaica because they wanted to try to keep it a little more authentic to Jamaica. So I don't know exactly how much is brewed in Jamaica and how much is brewed in the U.S., but my understanding is it is primarily brewed in Jamaica again to like I say, really keep it authentic to that branding. But that is the history of Red Stripe.
Did you go on that same cruise that I went on? Were you on that family one?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, there was the first one that I went on back in 2001. We went to Jamaica. Were you on that one?
Did you climb the falls?
I did. But you know what? I don't know. Actually, no. Maybe we were on two different cruises. We did the Ochos Rios Falls. We did all of that, but I don't know that it was for mom and dad's 50th wedding anniversary was the one that I did.
Yeah,
well, your mom and dad, my grandma and grandpa, you know.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about.
Wait,
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was probably 2000. No, it was prior to 2008.
All right. Because then we
Maybe
went
it was
in.
2008. Maybe it was, I think it was 2008. Actually, the beginning of the year, like in January or something when we went.
All right. Because we did go a second time. And I'm trying to remember who all was on that one. Either way. Yeah.
Anyway.
Jamaica thing a
we
couple
went
times.
into some, like, tourist trap there in Jamaica, and they handed me a bottle of Red Stripe when I walked in the door.
Oh, nice.
Of the store. Like, oh, cool. That was the first time I'd tried it.
Right on. Yeah, that's the second time we were there. The day before we were in Grand Cayman, and we did the whole snorkeling with the stingrays. And I assume off of that, I got incredibly sick because everyone's like sharing this snorkel gear. It's like just dunked in seawater. There's absolutely no sanitizing. You got this a boat full of people. So anyway, the next day was Jamaica, and I was sick as a dog. I could barely even survive, quite literally. Like, my wife honestly thought I was about to die at one point, but she's like, I am not going to Jamaica on my own. Like, you're getting off this damn boat, go to Jamaica. So we go in there and we're walking around a gift shop, and I think Steve, my cousin, your nephew, trying to think, we told gift shops like, hey, but my cousin here is really sick. You got anything to help him out? They're like, oh yeah, we can help him out. I go back and they've got like 151 Bacardi rum or whatever. And it's like, dude, just take a shot of this and you'll be just fine. Yeah, I was not ready for that. I literally dropped to my knees. Like, I'm sorry, he's crying. I think I heard mom walk the door though. But yeah, they're just like, hey, this cures everything. Just a strong shot of rum.
So Mike the Naked Bigfoot, you got dry hump by us. Well, I guess it was wet hump.
Yes, it was.
Right.
Yes. Right.
By a stingray. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's really interesting. It's a wet, dry hump.
Wet dry?
A wet, dry hump, a stingray.
White dry, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think...
You're not hearing us down there at the bar?
We can hear you. The gate is making it difficult because it's cutting you in and out. But we'll survive. And the refrigerator's opening and something's growling. Could be my stomach. Could be a dog.
We hear everything right now, but nothing.
It's weird. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Everything is loud, but we can't hear anything.
Wow.
It's like life.
Well, like I said, this is the first time we've turned that machine on today. Since we got,
We'll survive.
We'll make it.
Everyone's just fine.
I wonder if
So
the
stingrays
on the
and dry
computer.
hump. Wow. That's your mom.
well, I got the Roadcaster as an audio, as the audio device. So I'll turn the computer off.
Shouldn't
Yeah.
matter, yeah. Interesting.
But no, I know they're talking about the gate. So I don't know if it's gate on your mics.
I don't know. We'll survive.
All right.
Don't sweat it, brother. We got it. We're drinking Jamaican beer.
Yeah, man. Or y'all man.
The trials and tribulations of doing new things.
Thing going on in front of me.
So, Jeff, I reached out to a brewery back in New York. They're called KCBC. They're from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And I happened to come across a beer they had called Indiana Bones and the Raiders of the Lost Kibble. it's a ale, I guess. I think it was an ale, right?
I think so.
Anyway, I emailed them just for shits and giggles, just to see if they would respond to me, and they did. And they're going to send us some.
That's awesome. Right.
They're going to send us some guitar pedals.
Yeah. So some guitar.
I guess they can probably do it legally. So
Yeah, exactly. So I thought that was pretty cool.
yeah, that's really cool that they would do that. We'll have to make sure we do our due diligence and prop them for that.
Yeah, that'll be fun. That'd be cool.
Right on. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Have you been to Jamaica then, Keith?
No.
You'll have to go sometime. It is a total tourist trap, obviously, if you go on a cruise. But still fun. Really cool.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to do a cruise, but not with the world the way it is right now.
No,
So we're gonna wait.
We'll wait a
while.
little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
I think now's the perfect time to go.
Yeah, maybe. You never know.
I love the conversation going on the chat.
I know.
Yeah. I was gonna bring that back up again and say, if you had your clothes on, it was a dry hump. Just so you know.
Should I put that up there?
I'm glad you can hear them.
Well, I can't hear them. I'm reading it.
Oh,
We're discussing the wet, dry stingray hump.
That's
yeah.
been there, done that.
yeah.
The dolphin
tied right in
comment,
with
I've
the
heard
Jimmy
dolphins
thing.
are a problem for sure. They really do. They will take advantage of you and not even call you the next day.
Sea
It's
animal.
ridiculous.
Oh man,
Yeah, Mike was wearing a Speedo.
that's
We still
funny.
have our paranormal talk banner up.
Oh, we do, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's confusing.
it is confusing because this is the show.
Sorry,
This is
we're,
and it's also unparanormal.
we're kind of rushed to
kind of
start.
dirty.
Well, where's our green screen then? That's what's weird.
Uh-uh. Well, there's
Check
the
the
home
yard.
down there.
Mhm.
Oh, you want the suds now, though, right?
What?
Yeah, but that's gonna block.
Who's
Yeah.
making stuff
We'll
happen?
be in the suds. It'll look kind of cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's in the
see?
suds. Okay. And now we block us.
Drowning in beer.
Taking a bubble bath with the baby.
Watch out for the stingray.
Give me the baby a bath.
Exactly.
Oh, I got one good one. I'm not going to say it.
So, what's on tap for next week? You know,
I don't have my
remember what our
calendar.
beer was for next week. Do you remember?
Let me
I think it's the 12th.
my Google Drive.
I don't know.
Oh, come on. We did such a good job of tracking all of them, and let's see.
No, and then we totally forgot.
Red Stripe Boulevard Whiskey Barrel Stout,
Oh, whiskey barrel.
Ah.
Yeah. That should
which
be
I won't be able to get that one, but that's okay.
your Total Wine doesn't have it.
Total Wine, what?
Yeah, they don't have a total line there.
Oh, I thought you had Total Wine.
No, they got liquor.
No,
Oh,
no. When I've talked about Total Wine, it's when I lived in Vegas.
oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some
No,
Some-
we just got the state-owned liquor stores for the high point stuff, and then the convenience stores and grocery stores for the regular, and just a crap selection. But I did obviously find that 120-minute IPA,
I know.
Yeah,
so
that's going to be
it'll
awesome.
be interesting if somehow that shows up on your doorstep one day, very soon. So let's say probably this Thursday, it should
Hmm.
be getting the delivery. That's going to be an awesome one to try out.
Well, we may have to send you a show pedal.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
But I heard that really well.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure you can hear us fine.
We can't hear anything.
We can barely hear you.
We
Jeff,
can hear each other.
Jeff's like a ghost in the background.
I'm going to come down here as soon as we're done. And I'll-
Joey,
I dare you.
does Keith have a puppet up there that he can do a show with?
A puppet.
His puppet.
The puppet's behind the screen.
Pull out a sock. Let Joey come on down.
No, it's okay. This is fun.
It's
Like-
fun watching.
Yeah, 3 different things going on. What do they call that? Inconsistency? No. That's
Jeff's
not
like, what the hell are you guys doing?
it. Jeff as confused as we were a minute ago.
Organized chaos.
Who's talking? I don't know.
Yeah. We're trying to try something new.
Well, that's always trial and error.
Yeah.
And we need Joey.
Damn it, we'll perfect it after this time. won't
Yes, we will.
Oh, they're still talking.
They
We'll
are.
change it. But you better go down there.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Joey to the bar, please. Joey to the bar.
I do like Mike says, apparently sea life in
I'm
general.
running out of breath.
Changing Joey. Changing Joey.
Jeff,
See?
we'll catch you next week.
Paging Joey
Right
to the
on.
bar.
I'm going to disconnect here and run and help them. So
Yeah,
Anybody
nope,
else?
you're
Cool.
good.
Puppet show. Mike says, yeah.
Continue the conversation.
Sorry, Jeff.
All right. You're good. All right. Cheers, guys. You have a good show.
All right. Yeah,
Thank
and
you,
I'll
sir.
see if I can get that boulevard. I'll try to send it to you.
Good to see you.
All right. Yeah, sounds good.
That way you can try it with us.
And if we need to switch a few beers around based on timing, we can do that as well. So
Yeah, it should be okay. I think we'll be able to do it.
All right.
So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not that hard. Overnight a guitar pedal.
exactly.
So we'll figure it out.
UPS ground is even pretty fast. So
That's true, and it's not like you're that far away either.
no.
So I think the other one we sent got to you pretty quick, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually, I mean, realistically, it only takes a couple days.
Yeah. So we'll pick it up and ship it to you. That way you have it.
Cool. Awesome. I'll look forward to that guitar pedal.
Cool. Looking forward to it.
All right. We'll
All right.
see you guys.
See you next week. Cheers, man.
Cheers.
All right. Bye.
That's not affecting anything.
Can't hear
All right.
anything.
I can hear you guys.
Can you hear us really good?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's cool. It's still doing this pulsating thing. It's sort of confusing. But
That's
it's fun.
cool.
It is. It's weird. It is very weird.
Hi, Joey.
Hey, what's up?
So there's this gate. Oh my gosh, you were upstairs.
Oh yeah, all right. So
Weren't you in Jamaica?
I was just in Jamaica.
How
What
did you
the
get
frick
here?
happened?
It's the microphone on the laptop. We're too far away. Or
You teleported.
Oh, maybe it's that. We're at the bar.
we're at the
We're
bar.
at the bar having some beers with our buddies. Bitching.
Yeah, I shouldn't be picking up the microphone, though, because he's going through the road.
There we are.
That's this ticket right there.
Really?
We got it.
Yeah, it kicked
off
the
Frickin' frack.
thingamabobber.
Oh, all right. We're
Can you
back.
hear us still, guys? Can everybody hear us?
I'm just worried about Keith.
You hear us
What's-
good, too?
Oh, God.
that sounds phenomenal.
Hello. Good to be here, man.
Oh,
Where have you
wow.
been?
There you go.
We should do a show. This sounds like studio.
This
mix.
sounds like
Oh, so
NPR now.
Yeah.
And now for something interesting.
Yes,
Awesome.
I mean, it is good to try something new every now and then, but when it comes to electronics, it always seems to
Thank you.
malfunction.
Oh, it's
That's
beautiful.
all good.
Good music to my ears.
Also good.
See?
Hey, Joe, you have an idea about the TV?
Tastes delicious. Nah, it doesn't
We
even
used
wait.
to go to
I can't go anywhere. I'm at the bar.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
We don't have
Control
anything.
down there?
We don't know anything.
Keith, where's your remote control for your television? At the bar.
On the table there.
It's at the bar.
Never mind, we got it.
Can you see it on the computer screen now?
Oh yeah, we can, but that's not good enough for
No,
us.
it's
Small.
HDMI.
We went
Oh.
biggins. HDMI input.
You got to go to YouTube on the TV and you'll be able to see it.
Oh,
Okay.
YouTube on TV. Can you speak to it?
He's gonna do it. It's happening.
Hey, Vinny. Nice of you to join us tonight.
Hey, Vinny.
HDMI.
YouTube on video. On
Are you talking to me? I'm
on
stupid.
apps.
I said, I
No, Vinny's here. I heard Vinny.
don't know what you're doing.
If he hits the home button, you can go to YouTube.
Keith, can you
Hit the home
put the
button.
puppet down and
Show
Hey,
us
you,
your
guys,
puppet.
you guys have Julie down there, so if shit starts to go wrong.
Oh,
we
that's
need
not very
your-
nice.
We need your puppet.
Joey's not plugged in, so he didn't hear
There's
that.
YouTube right down there. See it?
Did you say G2?
If I can get to it.
You
Right
guys
next to the G string. There we
He's
go.
gonna, oh, this is going to be great. I'm excited.
Now you got to search.
I know the audience is going like, what is going on? You have no idea how awesome this is.
Wendy, Joey is photobombing. He was photobombing a minute ago. Not
Who's
now.
Finn?
Huh?
I feel like people are making fun of me.
Nobody's making fun of him.
Well, they should be.
Well,
That's
I am.
terrifying. What's on the screen there?
You need
Keith, is you subscribe to our channel?
SeaWorld flashbacks, baby. Yeah,
Yep.
what's up? Are you not subscribed
you're
to
in
the
the
channel yet?
A's, and you're in the B's.
We didn't subscribe to our own channel? No, we probably didn't.
You have an incredible amount of subscriptions, my friend.
Keith, it's so good to hear you, man.
It should
Sounds-
it should come up under the main thing there.
You
We
think
had-
so?
Yeah, it kicked us out.
But Baba Booey over there is freaking scrolling through the whole damn list. You'll get there. L M. We're in the M's. L P.
Should have came up right away.
PP.
Try
Yes.
to let it scroll. And,
Here it comes.
Oh boy.
See, we're at the T's.
Naked Bigfoot.
And
You know what's
You have
funny? Musicians, we're not very
you have
technologically.
subscribed to your own show. I understand that. That
We're
makes
not
sense.
there. You don't subscribe to your own show?
Why would you? You don't get notifications, do you?
You need to go to search.
Sad. So sad.
Like you got to watch out for that Shamu. I've heard
There it
about
was.
it.
Go up
there
again.
you go.
Bam.
Damn.
Bam.
Well, that's because
Whatever.
he's going through. Oh,
Yeah, hit it.
I don't
Nope.
Don't.
Nope.
That's
Nope.
not. Okay. There
that
we
puts
go.
me where I don't want to be.
This is fascinating, isn't it? Shamu undressed me with his eyes.
Oh, my.
Watch out for
Shamu
Shamu.
is dead. Shamu's kid's dead too, right? We're not 3 generations of whales. Just whoosh.
Free Willy.
Right there. Hit it. Hit it.
That's 4/20, 2020. That's not.
It says live right there.
It does, but it was the live episode. It's
Nope.
not the
That's
live stream.
not
We're not here.
You guys still can't find it?
Pre-recorded. one.
No, because you don't subscribe. There it is, right there. No, that's not it.
You guys are
Oh, for
killing me.
Christ's sakes. Just forget it.
Pre-recorded.
Just forget it.
Just forget
Yeah.
it.
We have a lot of people on right now that are going, these guys suck when it comes to technology. How
They are.
Well, it's new
And that long
technology.
break
Hey,
that-
it's new
oh
technology.
my
You can't
God.
suck at new technology.
Well, you can. We're supposed to
No,
know it.
you can suck at old technology, but you can't suck at new technology.
I think are they me tooing Shamu on the chat here? Is that what's happening?
Now we're talking about Free Willy.
It says Shamu died. Very handy with his flippers. Right, wow. Got me tooed by Shamu.
Hey, I
Oh
see
my
you.
goodness.
Which one are you laughing at?
Mike's on one.
So if you lose
Oh, no,
this
hey,
again,
that's Wendy. Wendy, I can't wait to meet you.
if you lose this, you can go to the settings and you need to change the.
I'm not going to touch anything.
input file.
Hey, naked, free your Willie, man.
Oh,
Thank you, Christine. I'm not sure that we are better at technology.
Thank you,
but, hey,
Joey.
we're trying to get there. Every time we do
I'll
something,
get more beer.
shit, and there's plenty of beer. It may not be the red stripe, but there's plenty of beer.
there aftershock back
Well,
there?
we're
Is that
going to
what
have to have
I'm
more beer after this.
saying? Is there aftershock over
juncture.
here?
No, there's no aftershock.
Kind of bar is this?
A shot?
No, they like you remember the aftershock stuff? That red crystal, like it was like rock candy inside of a bar with alcohol. Oh, cinnamon.
Shh, that's illegal.
What is?
Oh,
No, not that. I didn't say the alcohol with the methamphetamine.
a
It's funny,
shot.
it's cinnamon whiskey back there.
Good God, no.
I mean, if you want to, it's not worth it. Trust me. Yeah, he's gonna get me drunk. That would be funny.
It will be funny.
For,
We do- there's-
It's going to be the best show ever.
yeah, right. Like, remember when that guy cried on TV? That was awesome.
This was probably a mistake. We should have been down there at the bar.
You should have been done. You should come down here right now.
I don't know what you mean.
That could be scary too, because then they're controlling everything.
We kind of are anyway. Oh,
it's the way you are, yeah.
Yeah.
we're jerks. Okay,
You got me out of breath.
I know. Make you run up the stairs twice.
The side conversation has definitely gone off the rails at this point. Mike's
Yeah,
saying,
can you guys include us in your little conversation here? Because
it's on point. It's on point. No, they're
we're talking about hookers and cocaine.
who doesn't miss hookers and cocaine? Honestly, well, never mind.
I don't.
How could it possibly swing to the left all the time?
oh my God.
If you wear the right kind of underwear.
I guess, or don't at all. Maybe I don't know. Oh, maybe she's laying down. I don't know. So, what are we talking about?
I don't know.
We're talking
This is a
about,
great idea.
we're talking about hookers and
We'll put
cocaine at
Tim
this
and
point.
Jack in a bar
Oh
downstairs.
my God. Whoops.
Give them alcohol. Nothing could go
We've
wrong.
lost it.
Yeah, sorry. I hope my wife's not watching.
My wife is. Hi, baby.
I'm gonna be.
I don't know anything about hookers or cocaine.
What?
I was telling my wife.
Oh, got it. Yeah. Me neither.
I don't know anything.
So have you guys watched our last 3 episodes?
To us?
Jack was forced to watch live.
Jack
Oh,
had-
sure.
It's
I
down,
watched
man.
them all 3 today.
Just Louise. I watched The Demonologist, which was cool.
Yeah, that was bad. And George is awesome too, man.
George.
Did you catch
George is awesome.
Mike
I
Naked?
requested him on Facebook today, but he hadn't responded. I don't think he knows who I am.
Possible. But who knows?
What happens
Guy's
when
bad, man.
guys try and run shit? That's what happens.
What happened with what? Whoa.
Nobody has a mute button.
Oh, I do.
No
Do we
control. You
need
got-
one?
Probably. I'm not going to shut up.
I'm not going to shut up.
It's going to be great.
I love it.
So I could do that.
No, because we've had
Then
a
you can't
couple
hear
of the past guests hanging on here with us, and so our first paranormal talk we did this year was with Mr. Mike Coleman, aka Nike, Mike
Mike, that naked.
Nick Bigfoot, and
I caught a little bit of Mike's, and that was wildly interesting. I had no idea.
I think you've hopped on in the middle of that.
Yeah,
one, didn't
I hopped on. It's not really. Anyway, whatever.
you?
But yeah, him in the moonshining thing was really, really cool. It every week I feel like I discover something new that's like a big deal somewhere else that I didn't even know existed. Like I didn't know there were people that still did moonshining. I had no idea.
Really?
Really? Like I mean, I understood that there were people that had like home brew kits for beer and stuff,
Well, yeah, they're
blew their closets up every once in a
copper.
while.
They sit on the.
but I had no idea that they're like moonshiners.
No,
to
they're
that
still in
degree.
Arkansas and
That's-
Tennessee. They're still out there.
I had no idea.
And
I
in
was-
an undisclosed location in
Virginia.
I think there's one in Apache Junction too.
Probably.
It's not like West Virginia.
He likes Nike.
Still.
Hey, Joey, you want to say something?
What?
Anything? I don't know.
Well,
Well, I could just mute you guys like this, and then we can't hear a goddamn thing you're saying. But
can you still hear us when you're muted?
what was that? Sorry, you were muted.
Can you hear us?
Beautiful. So when you mute us, you can't hear us? That's good. So just don't tell us, and we'll be fine.
So
There you
you muting us,
We can
and
hear you
everybody
fine.
else hears us.
We can
and
hear you
just
fine.
You guys can't.
No.
No, when I mute you, nobody can hear you.
Like government censorship.
We're not going to mute you.
No, we're being canceled.
We're getting fined.
Cancel culture right here.
You can hear me chewing my candy? Sorry.
I will not be quiet.
I can't.
Yeah. Well, I
Right to remain silent. I just don't have the ability.
Don't have the ability.
this is a question for Tim.
Okay.
So, because he missed the Bigfoot episode. Well, it
No,
wasn't a Bigfoot episode, but it was the Spirit Guides episode with Mike
No.
and the
I
Bigfoot.
saw it.
And of course, we got into voodoo and all that, and Tim's our resident preacher, so figured he would have something to say.
I saw that. That was interesting. It's not about religion. I think it's more about, and I think your guest, was it George that talked about Bigfoot, or was it the other one?
Carl?
Hold on. Carl, yes. Carl talked about the Bigfoot and whether it's paranormal, super, ultra normal. It's not a religious thing. It's nowhere near a religious thing. It's a spiritual thing. And I think he was right on about what he was talking about Bigfoot. So what was the question?
Well, no, the question was about the I apologize that I don't remember the name of the I don't even want, if you want to call it a religion, but the practice
Shamanism
of voodooism.
Shaman of
Voodoo. Because
voodoo.
that's why we had Mr. Mike on. Spirit guides
What
and
did he say? His spirit guide voodoo. It was voodoo, but he said something else.
yeah,
Like shaman or no.
What's up, Mike?
yeah.
I can't remember what it was, but no. Bigfoot is
No, we're not talking about Bigfoot as in the creature. We're talking about Bigfoot as in Mike Coleman.
Oh, Mike. Hey,
So,
Mike.
so
How you
didn't
doing,
have
man?
Bigfoot.
What was the question?
Voodoo.
Voodoo.
Voodoo. I like the voodoo that you do.
So there was a show.
Yeah, it's good. But anyway, I superly enjoyed that episode.
Yeah.
With
Watch
Mr.
the whole- yeah. It was amazing. I mean, he's right on about everything he was talking about. I mean, there's very few people that can criticize his theory. I mean, it was right on. I mean, I've been down to Jamaica and I've been down to the islands and I've been down to those places where they practice all that stuff, and he's spot on.
And I'll tell you what chills me the most is the Julie tie-in.
I was just thinking the same thing. The thing that gets me the most is his experience with Julie.
Yeah.
Yep.
So being that you guys hooked us on haunted dolls, we did pick up a doll at a Goodwill store, and we took the K2 meter and we went down and asked all the dolls questions, because they were like, I don't know, I'd have to ask my wife how many there were. I think they were like 10 to 12, and she ran across this one doll and it just went off the charts, and we brought her home. And I do believe that dolls are connected to voodoo. I mean, they get their energy, and they're remember we did the haunted objects, or the possessed objects. So I don't believe there's a big step between a big difference between dolls having to do with spirits and having to do with the spiritual realm, and they're connected. So it's like Julie. Julie has an owner. Julie is not haunted because she is haunted. She has
Well, they're vessels.
They're vessels.
she's a vessel to a person
Right.
And,
that's
I mean,
connected to her.
yeah.
And that explains voodoo.
Well, yeah, kind of.
It's
It does.
transferable.
But if you go back through history and when they first started making dolls originally, they were made as vessels for
For children.
Well,
Yeah. All right, yeah.
Fair
Yeah,
Judy,
children.
this is a place to keep grandma when she's gone.
And if you go back to Doll Island over there,
Is there really a doll island?
oh my
Oh, yeah.
God, there's a Doll
The way
Island.
you said that means I don't want to go there.
Oh, it's incredible.
Ah. Yeah,
There's a beautiful Doll Island.
beautiful doll island.
I don't know if it would be beautiful.
I don't know.
It's
but
I go there in a heartbeat.
dolls are really the ones I don't really care for. Well, I mean, Barbie's Barbie. Be real. But
I like Barbie Island too.
everybody does. You kind of have to. Anyway, the ones that have the eyes that flip up and down, the really, really real looking eyes.
It's a little freaky.
Yes, it's bothersome.
The ones I don't like are the ones that follow you.
You mean the dolls or the eyes?
The eyes.
I was going to say, if the dolls
I've had
follow
many
you,
dolls
I'm
follow
right
me,
on board
but
with
I've
you, man.
had to
Don't
like
like when
get
dolls
restraining orders. And,
Yeah, like
No,
Polly
Sorry.
pissing on following me
Way
to work
off.
again. Sorry,
way off, man.
it was good though.
But no. I think that dolls are very connected to voodoo. We know that. And the spiritualism of dolls and the energy that the dolls can incorporate and take from a actual person makes them spiritual entities.
Yeah, as much as anything is. I mean,
And it's cool because we know Julie is. We know that for a fact. But Julie is not just a doll. She is a vessel from a spiritual existence that we no longer have.
so is as a vessel or whatever. Does that mean is a soul or a spirit or an energy
Yes.
choosing to go through her, or is it trapped?
It could be both.
We don't really know though, do we?
No, we don't know that.
Isn't that awful? That's. I mean, it's kind of.
No, it's not. It's
I mean,
kind of cool.
It's cool, but it's weird that we have all these things. that
Because
we
if
don't
my
really know
grandma
shit
could
about.
come back to me right now through a doll and have a
Right.
conversation with me, that
That
would
would-
be really freaking cool.
I'm 100% with you on that.
But if a spirit or a poltergeist came through that doll and wanted to interact with me, that would be really bad. So it's
Yeah, that's
oxymoron. I mean,
double-edged sword.
it's double-edged sword.
That sucks.
And I don't think Julie has anything evil about her. We've never ever experienced anything evil
No,
about Julie.
we know
All
that.
right.
And that's kind of what really made Mike's story. And he says that, I mean, a doll by itself, it needs to have something, needs to be catalyzed.
Tangible.
to-
Yeah.
To a ritual to place a spirit in it or whatever. But along his story,
I
though,
think you can do both.
his spirit guide is a young woman, and she had a very unique story that he knew about. And when he learned of Julie's story of her drowning, and she drowned trying to save her older brother from drowning. He was saved, but she passed. And it's a real personal thing for Mike. So I don't really want to get totally into it, but it just chills me every time I think about that.
Well, when we revealed Julie's story and we had Mike on, and just the emotion you can see from him, that's what got to
Oh,
me.
it's incredible. My God. What an episode.
Yeah.
I got chills just listening to him. I mean, the hair on the back of my neck stood up. I mean, that was just incredible.
I have to say, Wendy, you made the comment that you have a voodoo doll that you haven't used it. I'm surprised you haven't used it on Darren.
I'm advising you not to. Just
I don't
saying.
know. her armpits might
Unless
not
you're
be
like really
if
freaking
she uses it. I don't know.
it's a boring Friday night and you got nothing else to do. I mean, no, I'm advising against that. I mean, voodoo is a controlled experiment. You have to know what you're doing. If you, it's like a Ouija board.
What's Ouija boards? It's the demon. All this stuff that got demonology.
You cannot enter that realm of spirituality and that porthole without knowing what you're doing. I mean, it's like when we go ghost investigation and we go up to the jails and everything, and we experience a bad entity or aspiration or thing like that. You've got to be prepared to deal with the good and the bad. If you're not prepared to deal with the bad, then you're in just a little bit of trouble, just a little bit, because then you have to stage yourself before you go home.
Yeah. To your point, Jack, Ouija board. Carl didn't necessarily say last week that it wasn't what it was evil.
No,
it's just a device.
No.
It's the energy and the intent.
Right.
And like he's saying, when you go out there, if you're not focused on this was my whole point where that I didn't get too deeply into with the demonologist is that if you're not susceptible or open to those things, they can't really affect you. But if you are open to them, they can absolutely overtake you.
Right. If you're not protected.
Right. Because the belief that makes it real also can make it frighteningly powerful.
I don't advise anyone to delve into this area of the supernatural, the poltergeist the aspect of it, without being educated and aware. Because it's one thing to walk in a room and say, "Oh, I saw ghosts." It's another thing to walk into the room and say, "Hey, scratch me," like Allison has been scratched many times. You've got to be prepared for that you can stop that at a point. Because if you're not clued in enough to stop that at a point and you're not aware how that works, it can manifest, it can come home with you, it can do all those things that you just don't want to do. So I don't want to encourage anyone to go out there and say, "Hey, scratch me, hey, talk to me," hey, without having a backup of a plan about how to get rid of that paranormal spirit, because it can interrupt your life in a way that you will never understand.
I was just going to say, Wendy was talking to you.
It's experience. Wendy knows that. I mean,
she keeps begging to be scratched.
I know. And you know what? You keep asking for that and you will. But the other side of that is you have to be prepared to confront and deal with that spiritualism, that paranormal activity, that you can send it away or push it away because it's so powerful.
Well, it
can affect your life.
It's going to be an individual thing. You got to know your limits. You got to know what.
You have to know your limits, and you have to know how to deal with the supernatural, the paranormal. You have to have a buffer zone, a guard, that when you start pushing into that realm, you know how to protect yourself from that realm. And if you don't do that, it's dangerous.
Right.
Yes, we had a few on our team.
You got to have a safe word.
That's right.
Banana hammock. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Because if this goes home with you, your life is going to be really, really messed up. I'll for example, the brick I took from Dracula's castle, I brought that home with me thinking nothing. I had no idea about the supernatural or the spiritual or the and it ruined my life.
Look, everybody, I brought a mummy's thing home.
It doesn't affect me now because now I know how to protect myself from it, even though it needs to go back. However, it did manifest in our lives in a way that I allowed it to. So I needed to be a little more educated.
Thank you.
And aware of what I was getting myself into. And now that I know, I'm not afraid and I'm not worried. But a lot of people get into the spiritual, the paranormal world, and they're not educated. And if you're not educated, there could be consequences. That's all I'm saying. And I think if you talk to any paranormal investigator, they will tell you the same thing.
Jim, thank you very much.
So the question there.
A correction?
So Vinny says sometimes a scratch or other physical altercation can be a form of communication.
Yeah.
It is.
What is it if it's not that?
It's communication.
Was it
It's
accident?
or it's fear.
My bad.
It's get away.
No, you're good, Jack.
I was just saying, like, if he didn't cut his nails and he accidentally scratched you. I don't know.
Hey,
I think that was a form of communication. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm a jerk.
that's just foreplay.
What's an LOA?
I don't know.
When being ridden by a LOA? What's that mean? I'm sorry. I'm reading in chat. I shouldn't do that.
Oh,
Should I do that?
that's not on our.
Mike says, when being ridden by a LOA, you have to be ready to disengage.
Oh,
Who's a Loa?
They can hurt those around you. What is that?
That's a
Am I an
Hawaiian spiritual god.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm an idiot.
I'm pretty sure.
What that was. That would make more sense than what I was thinking.
yeah. No, I mean, I believe.
Oh, okay. I know what it is. I do know what it is. Sorry.
So anyway, I'm going to present something that from we had George Shopland on
Yes.
a comment that he made that really kind of hit home for me just as like an aha moment, of something that I could really actually get behind and understand a little better. And that's that, we see the spirit world as orbs and energy spheres, usually we see things. So his idea was that the other side sees us the same way. They don't see our physical bodies. They see our energy more
I love
than
that
they see
idea.
our physical bodies. And so, going to the idea that being scratched is a way of them communicating with us. Well, if they're only seeing our energy and we're connecting, what can really happen in that energy? Yeah, I mean, where our energies meet, I mean,
You popped into their dimension for just a second and they were like, what the shit?
maybe the whole scratch thing wasn't like,
it's either communication or it's defense or it's
no, it's like I'm here, but then all of a sudden we connect for that second and then we get torn apart. So maybe that's their reaching out to try to keep us.
Oh, good point.
Keep our attention.
Yeah, we always kind of, I've always feel like, or I've always thought that, like, whenever there's that, interaction with paranormal things or spirits or whatever, the assumption is that it's aware that it doesn't belong here.
And it's
versus that we are crossing into their existence or into their dimension or wherever they exist, which is obviously a possibility too, that just frequencies or whatever, and we're popping into their reality for a moment. And yeah, that might be terrifying to them.
I think they're as afraid as we are.
Right.
We are.
They're if they're just a different plane of existence.
On different levels.
Yeah. Like,
I freak out when I'm taking a shower, and I'm thinking, my mom's not watching me, is she?
Right.
Or I'm in the shower. What do you say?
Even having some,
right.
When you're having these private moments too, it's like, are people from the other side watching,
right.
Absolutely. There's parallel dimensions.
Well, what he's saying is that it's an uncomfortable idea to think that they have sort of just unlimited access to us versus we don't.
They do. We're being watched all the time.
That's so weird.
Whether or not it's on your TV camera, your phone camera, or
we're talking government
or we're talking extraterrestrial.
Oh, that's a whole different.
We're always being watched.
I don't know if I'm that interested.
We're always being monitored. I wouldn't say watched. I'd say monitored.
That's funny because Mike just said they're always looking at us, waiting for us to look back.
Absolutely.
Well, hold on.
It's just a matter of you confirming their existence and their communication, whether or not you connect on that level. But they're always there. Our brain, we only use 5% of our brain. If we have the power like Nostradamus and Einstein and Tesla and all that stuff, we could communicate with what they're trying to do on a different level in a whole different way. But because we're programmed and we're brainwashed as children that it's imagination, that it's not real, we lose that. They are always around. They are always trying to communicate, but it's your belief system that prevents you from being aware of it.
Well, I just find a lot of comfort in the idea that they don't really see us physically.
Yeah.
No,
They
it's all
They
spiritual.
see our energy,
Dimensional.
you know,
Okay.
from their dimension.
Well, okay, cool. I got it. I think I got it.
They can. They can.
They can, but they're not like they're just chilling watching
Yeah.
us.
I mean, you know, we're still energy beings even when we're alive. So if our energy is what goes to the other side, it's just, for me, it would make more sense that they could just see our energy and not our physical bodies, because they don't have physical eyes. They don't have, you know, the physical things that when we're alive. So
it's paranormal, it's hypernormal, and it's ultranormal. And there are probably many different categories of normal that we don't understand, but they can communicate with us through different methods that we're not even aware of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when we do see an apparition, or, you know, someone that does show themselves, we're seeing what they want us to see. They're seeing us, or we're seeing what their perception of themselves.
Unless you're on a different spiritual or dimensional level, then you can get more access.
Like a Safeway Club card.
Yes.
Well, yeah. The silver package. I'm a silver member, platinum member.
Now
there's levels.
I was gonna say that's Scientology right there.
No, it's not.
Well, it's different.
No, the chair doesn't give me the platinum.
You have
level.
to buy the levels.
I like my.
No, you have to. You have to achieve the levels.
Right, you earn it. I get it. That's what I'm saying. Scientology, you buy it.
Right. So once I saw the UFO in the sky, it allowed me to be opened up to a much bigger.
Well, then, and it's weird though, because when you see that kind of thing, and
it changed my life.
I know, and it's weird because the one I saw didn't change my life. It just changed that moment, because it was I had no clue.
Sure.
The length, and the intensity that you experienced, it was way different than me, because I was like, oh, what the, and that was it. And it was me and the girl that saw it with me. We both just went, I don't know what that was. There's nothing we can do about it.
And that's a shock level, and that's fine.
Like you had a whole,
I had a whole different level where I moved on to a different.
Not to mention the career factors and the co-worker factors, and
we're all different. We're all different. Our brains can have the ability to access.
I don't know
all those levels, but we have limitations on what we can do.
Oh, fully, because I feel like if I had something as intense as what you described, I don't know that my brain would continue to function in a good way.
Well, mine doesn't.
Well, I'm saying, like, honestly,
just the motorcycle wreck.
I'm telling you, that sort of thing. To hear your description of it and the things you went through with it hurts my mind. To think if I had to actually see that and then continue with day to day, I don't know that I could.
So for so many years, I wanted people to know about this, and now I don't.
Right.
Because it's not a blessing; it's a curse.
Of course, because it does nothing for. I know. Exactly. I get it. Like that's just hell. Because it's like that's what I went through.
We all have the capability of accessing that information. It's just the experience of life on Earth that takes you to that level where you're going to be there and understand that and experience it.
I hope that's end game. Is it without?
So Keith is telling me. I mean, this is something that Alice and I talk about. Keith has never had that oh shit moment that you know.
Yeah.
And it's like I want so bad for him to have that, but on the other hand, I hope it's not a bad experience that gets him to get there. I hope it's a good experience, and I don't know the difference between the bad and the good experiences.
I don't really either. What I find interesting though is, like, I remember when I was there was a church I was pretty into in Prescott, and they did this presentation about this genocidal warlord who found Jesus after all these atrocities. I'm like, is that what you have to go through, like, to have a genuine, like, he had a visitation from God and he knew it, and it was like this real thing. And I thought, I don't know that. Do I have to be that horrible
to change all his thinking?
Yeah, and it's like, I mean, I would just like maybe, I don't know, a note or something that was a little concrete without the whole genocidal maniac thing.
A lot of us don't need the oh shit moment,
right? That's like,
right?
I'm cool. It's just a maybe, I don't know, just a crumb or two.
I just want him to see something in a room and say, all right, now I believe it.
Absolutely.
I don't want it to be volatile.
I hear you.
Or
how do you
do without that volatility?
It's based on the person. How do you know? You take George, for example, when he shared his experience with us, his oh shit moment scared the shit out of him, and it stayed with him for a long time.
Well, and that's the thing. We've probably had moments, or at least I'm sure that I've had at least a few moments that were probably supposed to be that, but I just don't.
He was drunk.
It's not what I want. Well, that wasn't cool, and I can't share it with anybody. I got no pictures of it. It's like, yeah, you totaled the car while you were sleeping, and you lived.
I want to bring. I want to bring up a comment that Christine said that
my wife keeps telling me don't ask for signs. I'm like, fine.
Here's a sign from Christine.
Christine brought up a comment that she says, I think some try to interact with us through music, which is very fascinating. Then she says she has a young girl that hums in my ear at night and the tune changes every time. So that's interesting, especially for us being musicians. I mean,
let me tell you, music has a lot to do with the paranormal and other dimensions. When music is the key to everything. And
Close Encounters of the Third Kind,
right?
So,
well, yeah, the notes.
Horrible tune.
Music is the best form of communication throughout the universe. Sound. If you listen to the recordings that they flew the satellites by Jupiter and all the things, and they recorded the sounds. Sound, which music is the conduit of communication. And sound is probably one of the most important things in existence. And it comes in the form of music, which is, I mean, that's my belief. I'm sorry. I'm not.
No,
I think you're on point there.
Music is the key to everything.
Well, wouldn't you say music is probably the universal language? I mean,
yes, because frequency is all knowing, all seeing, whales, mammals, animals, wolves, everything operates on a different frequency, on a different note, on a different sound level, on a different wavelength. And I think that's what ties all of us in together. And that is a form of that's the original form of communication throughout the universe. Sorry, I didn't mean to go there.
No, it's totally cool. And what's interesting to me is that for the not artistic or whatever, music breaks down to math as well.
That's where I was going to go.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's interesting to me that those things are parallels and are the same but different.
Right.
And just depending on the type of person you are, there are people that music doesn't do it for.
Frequency breaks down to
it's all numbers.
Trigonometry and mathematics.
Right, and all that stuff is like my brain goes, I'm not interested.
Right.
You know what I mean? But when it's a tune and it's got the melodic parts to it, that calls to me, and it calls to a lot of people that I'm friends with.
If it weren't for mathematics and sound,
none of it exists.
We wouldn't exist.
Yeah,
or we couldn't communicate.
Yeah, you guys see the mess or the comments?
I'm trying to read them. But there's I'm curious that somebody said that they got a girl that hums at night. Are we talking about like a disembodied?
Well, that was Christine.
But then Super Horror Show says they did an amazing study. Elderly people suffering from dementia were able to be brought back using music. It's like they can try to relate who they are by using music. And that's an interesting point because I just watched a video on Facebook recently. I don't know if you saw it, but the lady, I think she was in her 80s or 90s. She used to be a ballerina and she has dementia. And I think it was late stage Alzheimer's probably at that point. But they played Swan Lake. And she started doing the moves to the dance.
Her feet were moving.
Her whole body was moving.
As the tap dance, as the ballerina.
Crazy.
Yeah.
No, that's
and her hand gestures were doing that.
Music
in the dementia stage.
Music and your sense of smell are the things that will help you time travel.
Dude, 100%. That's crazy. So yeah, there's certain smells that I equate with certain times in life. And of course there's songs that go along with it. And I will absolutely have that phenomena of when Anyway, that when
No.
when the music plays, I smell
Sound
certain
triggers
things.
emotion.
It's
and,
crazy.
and everything.
But how is it that I'm smelling something that isn't present? It's weird that I can smell something that isn't present because there's a song playing. That's a trip.
Yeah.
I love it. It's really cool, and it can be bad too, because like that "Kiss from a Rose" song is I hate that thing.
What do you smell when you hear that one?
It's like mildewy rain, like mildew rain. I was in Australia when that movie came out, and it's a long, painful story that we can talk about some other time. But the doorbell just rang. The pizza's here.
I'm going to shut that off for a second. You gotta
I
love
should
it.
close the door too.
Yeah. Oh, is the door open?
Yeah.
That could be why.
Refer.
Is that your phone?
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I had to mute that for a
Did you
second.
do the oh, fuck off.
All right, two notes.
But like when they do that whole thing, they
give
give them
history.
context on the
Right.
It's not just,
Context
they're not
or
just
history.
pulling it out of the
But there have
frickin'
been times when I heard this one note and I put it together with a song that I knew, and it just triggered.
I'm with you. I can do that too. When it's a song that I'm familiar with enough, I can absolutely get it one note.
And I haven't heard the song in 40 years.
Yeah, because there's just, dude, there's samples.
It's a spiritual, it's a dimensional thing.
Beastie Boys did a record called Paul's Boutique.
I don't listen to
I know you don't,
devil music.
but it's not devil music. It's white rappers and they're Jewish, so it's worse.
That's devil.
So anyway, it's all done by taking tape and cutting tape and putting it together. It wasn't digitally sampled, so they actually edited tape together to make these tracks. Very, very super meticulous way to do music. Really cool when you get into it. Anyway, there's parts of these songs that are literally 2 notes from classic rock songs, and you can identify them. It's just, that little bit of a riff, and
that's
it's like, I know what song it is. It's so cool. So cool. Devil music.
I listened to Kiss backwards when I was young. It really screwed me out.
Well, Kiss sucks forward or backwards, so there's that. Now I'm getting
Whoa.
Oh,
You're going to get a lot of
No, let's be real. Clearly, they're doing better than I am. I totally understand. There's a bit of jealousy
that's
involved.
way too far.
But really, they're the best musicians ever.
Oh, God, that's
They're
funny.
not
That's funny.
better than me, by all means.
I was waiting for Wendy to pop up a comment there.
I don't begrudge people who like Kiss, but they are what they are, and they're the best at what they are. 100%.
For that genre, for that time.
For what they are, nobody's better. 100%.
So is Van Halen. So is the
everyone's got their
Carpenters. So
thing.
is
And you know what? Hanson
Beach
kicks
Boys.
ass too.
Korn had better musicians than Kiss did.
But there will never be another Kiss, or will never be another Beach
And Hanson's
Boys.
better
There
than
will
both of them
never
put
be
together. But people give them crap because they're little blonde boys.
a white privilege.
I know. So there's that. I didn't think about that.
Sorry, didn't mean to go there.
No, it's true. It's true.
No, I know.
100%.
I'm interested about the whole smell thing in music, though, because I don't get that.
You never had that?
I don't experience it.
Oh, so next time you're listening to something you really like, we'll Dutch oven you, and we'll see if we can just make what happens.
Put a blindfold on, and your other senses will pick up. As George was saying earlier.
I don't know how that happens. I don't know what makes that come to fruition. I know for me, it's weird because the one was a bad situation or a bad memory that's triggered by that, but there's a smell associated with it, and the other was not bad. And in that time, they weren't necessarily directly involved. At least the good one wasn't. The music reminds me of the smell, which reminds me of the time, but they didn't all happen at the same time. If that makes any sense.
Right.
But
the synapses connect, and I go, as soon as I hear that song, I smell it, and then I'm taken back there. That's
And
crazy.
if I think about it, same thing. But whatever order it comes in, I have a thought about that time. I'll think of the song and or the smell and whatever. It's weird how that stuff is all interconnected. Like,
Well, what happens to me, because back later 90s, it was like 98, I think.
Don't remember.
I was working out at the state fair because the band I was working with Mark Curtis Middleton and the Bullpen Band. And we had our own show there that year. So we did 3 shows a day for 18 days. And, we had our green room and all that. But on our downtime, we were constantly listening to KZON back then, right? So it was all 90s stuff. So all this 90s music. Anytime I hear, some Matchbox 20 or Goo Goo Dolls or
On your chair.
stuff,
Remind you of that.
I can smell fair food.
Interesting.
Oh wow.
That kind of,
Formaldehyde? What?
No,
I
fair.
listen to 90s music.
Fair
I
food.
don't smell it, but I can muster it up to where,
Fair food.
it takes me back to the fair.
The cough drink?
I wonder if it's just a tie to your memory though, because I'll have memories that will remind me of smells. If I think about, I was talking to somebody the other day about springtime back east where I grew up, and you can smell the different flowers. And when I talk about it, I can smell them. I can actually smell the flowers. So I wonder if it's just some people equate it to music, some people just equate it to memory.
It's all access to your
Joey, what were you saying? The smell what you would smell?
Fair, the state fair.
Fair.
corn
Fair
dogs,
food.
popcorn.
Yes.
I was hearing something different.
Yeah,
It didn't
I mean,
make sense. Fair food makes more sense because
and,
playing on those little side stages.
Yeah, Navajo tacos. Oh yeah,
Everything dipped in oil.
Dude, I can taste that right now. That's delicious.
Yeah, I can't do.
Oh, that's so yummy.
That's my point. So you jog a memory, and then all of a sudden you get that.
Exactly. That's how it works.
First Nations forever.
You know what? I honestly believe that if you thought about sweet peas and you really concentrated on it, I believe your brain can access that information, and you can even taste and smell it. We have the ability to do that.
what song would go along with that too?
Sweet peas,
Yeah,
Popeye, or the black eyed peas. I don't know.
I don't know.
Those aren't sweet peas.
They're not sweet peas. They're gross.
Sweet peas, Popeye. I'm Popeye the Sailor. I don't
We
know.
should name our band the Black Eyed Peas. Why? I don't know. Seems stupid. Let's do
oh,
it.
we really got off talking about.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Huh?
What episode are we on?
I don't know.
We're on George's episode.
We were talking about George's thing. Well, that was the his revelation to me.
Right.
His
Was
revelation to you.
everything, but then was there something that caught your attention?
He
on
had a
that?
lot of revelations.
Were you asking Keith or me or nobody?
There was a lot of stuff that
Well, yeah, anybody on that
anybody.
one. So
What I liked about him the most, because I am I don't know what you call it, skeptic or whatever. I liked that he sort of just reinforced that idea that I've always felt, like, if you don't give it power, it has no power. Whether it's an evil thing or a religious thing or any of those things, like, you can't make an unbeliever believe if they don't want to, and vice versa. You're not going to convince somebody who has deep faith to drop their faith. It's so personal in that regard, and I love that he never went out and said, "This is fact."
Right.
And I love that,
He
because
said,
a lot of
"This
guys
is
do
my
that kind
opinion.
of my opinion, my experience. I'm all
feel
about
it."
that, but I can't stand it when people give me that. I know this. You don't know shit. You're in the same world we are. You can believe and experience whatever you do, but it's personal to you.
The
None
thing
of
I
it's-
got from George was his naivety, his naiveness
Yeah.
about what he had gone through, and just talked about his experience, even though, I mean, this is what happened to me. I was naive. This is what I got out of it. That right there was just tremendous hearing about him telling those stories.
It didn't feel arrogant to me.
No, he's not here to
I like
preach to
Yeah.
anyone. He's not here to convince anyone.
100%.
It was a naivety.
I know what you're trying to say. I think they call them creches.
Oh, he was,
I'm kidding. That
bless
was a
his
joke.
heart.
That was a joke. For anybody who knows what a creche is, that was a joke, because he was saying,
Bless his heart.
I almost said nativity 3 times.
All right.
Sorry.
Nativity. No, not nativity.
Nativity.
Three
Nativity.
times.
Anyway, that was
What-
funny. I should get points for that.
Yeah, that was
Like
ding ding ding.
trivia level comedy. Anyway,
yeah, dude.
super
I'm
fun.
there.
Creche. Okay. So Keith,
Nativity. Oh, what's the word?
I don't
Yes.
know. Naivety. I know what you're trying to say. I can't think of how the hell it's pronounced. This earbud is getting wildly uncomfortable.
But you know, that show could have gone on forever, like you said at the end of the show the other day. With also with Carl, with
The guy.
You talking
the
Carl now?
Carl
Yeah,
L.
Yeah.
Poltergeist.
The poltergeist.
No,
not
not
that.
Poltergeist.
Conjuring?
The glasses.
Say it.
I can't think of it.
Demonology.
The demonologist.
Yeah.
I was thinking of the other guy.
That guy, you could listen to him for hours, just hours, and as well as George. I mean, their stories are so intriguing and so in depth, and I mean, their life changing experiences affected them so long. You couldn't do it in one show.
Well, what I got out of George and Carl is kind of what Jack said. They're both real. They're both,
Yeah, they're real.
Carl didn't really talk about religion. He did talk about religion a little bit, but he played both sides of the fence.
He referred to it. Yeah.
That's what I thought was really kind of cool.
That's what's neat about this whole format too, though, is that you get the opportunity to see people where it's not commercially driven. It's not You're not forced to be a character or whatever. Because a lot of times people in those realms or in those paranormal or whatever you call it,
they're set in their way.
They're not only set in their ways, but they know it's dance monkey. They got to do what they got to do because this is what people expect you to be, and this and that. Like I really had no idea what a demonologist was, other than the little bit of, I guess, knowledge I had from movies and stuff like that, which he was not what I expected him to be. And I think that is awesome because it's like, oh, it's a real thing and it's not a Hollywood cartoony, annoying thing.
And it's not something he chose. It's something that just,
just happened.
Came into his life.
What you're good at.
It chose.
You didn't go looking for any of that.
And yes, those of you who didn't, you have to watch the episode with Carl. It was really good.
Yeah, if you can, go back and watch that. It's fantastic.
I'm telling you, you guys need to make highlights. You guys need to do little highlight clips. But whatever.
We were kind of hoping that's what we were doing tonight.
That's what we're doing right now. Jack.
Segue. Woohoo!
Yeah.
So by the way, everything we're talking about, you can go back and visit our last episodes and learn about everything that we've been talking about tonight. That's
I missed the storyboard meeting. I'm sorry.
You try a race board. I don't know. It fell over.
That's what that is. Okay.
Yeah, because we had technical issues all up. Well, even into the show.
Yeah.
So we didn't really get
That'll always happen.
And get on the same page before we started. But I think we're there now.
Yeah. I think we got it.
Think we're caught up?
I think we're caught up. Yeah, we're totally caught up. So what's happening later, guys? What are we doing?
We got good things coming up.
Potatoes and whatnot.
We're not ready to talk about future stuff yet. We still have
Let's talk about right now.
Let's talk about the past.
Mirror episode.
Oh, I didn't see that one either.
Yes.
I don't like mirrors.
So did you guys debunk that light in the mirror, or have we studied that since, or is that an upcoming episode?
The light in the mirror.
Oh, the little dot of light.
That was down at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
On and off and on and off. Mm-hmm. So have we thought more about that, or
we don't know?
That's to come.
Yeah.
Did you guys do an actual mirror thing?
Yeah.
I didn't watch the mirror.
On mirrors.
I don't like mirrors. You can see yourself in them, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
You have to watch the last mirror show.
We kind of got into computers too.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit about computers.
Computers, also something I'm super into.
Because computers show what you want to see, like a reflection of yourself when you're looking at them too. Kind of. But anyway, there was a little thing that we're working on, and I was watching a YouTube video, and the guy brought up the fact that the computer itself was originally developed to talk to the other side, which blew my mind thinking about it.
1947.
Whenever they did, when they were working on building the computer, it was to be a device that would help them talk to the other side. And so, if you didn't hear the story about Keith and I doing a Skype meeting, it was not Skype, but it was a StreamYard meeting, and he was sharing his screen with me. And on the screen that he was sharing with me, which had nothing to do with his image,
right?
Because it was totally just on his screen, I saw a person peek around the corner of his screen, and then he
Lindsay
back.
Wasn't Lindsay.
You saw a person peek around the corner of his screen.
Yeah, well, I was, when I first saw it, I thought it was Lindsay, just because I saw it. That was the only thing my brain would let make sense, that it was that. But then when I realized what I'd just seen, that it would have been impossible for Lindsay to be on his computer screen. She would have showed up in the same frame that his picture was in, or his image I was watching. His was on the side, but he was sharing his computer screen. So what I was looking at was his desktop and then what he pulled up off the internet. And so from the screen that was the internet bit and his desktop, the face, or it was more than just face, it was like a head and shoulders, and the whole bit peeked out from behind.
What the?
Yeah.
You have that?
No, we weren't recording it. No, I mean, he was talking to me and I saw that and I was ready to say, hi, Lindsay. And then I thought, oh shit, that was no.
And this wasn't recorded?
No,
it wasn't
we were
recorded.
just having a meeting.
Yeah, we were just talking about things.
Oh, wow.
Everything could happen when you're not
Everything,
recording.
yeah.
That's
and
cool.
so then after he finished telling what he was telling me, I told him what I saw.
Hey, by the way, I just saw your disembodied head.
Yeah. There's somebody in your computer. I think it's talking to the other side.
That's crazy.
Communicating.
Yeah, so I did a ghost tube session after that and got some interesting stuff.
Good night, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Glad you joined us tonight.
Yes.
Thanks for kicking it. Interesting fella.
Yeah.
Sounds like Darren sneaking up on people. Yeah, it probably was. Darren.
I'm scared to meet Darren.
That's right. You haven't met Darren yet, have you?
I have not met Darren yet. He sounds interesting and frightening, and I'm worried he's going to be funnier than me. That just bothers me. Nobody's funnier than you, Jack.
No.
Stupid bastard.
Don't worry.
Okay. Anyway,
Speaking of Darren, hey Darren,
Dude,
he says boo.
good time. He's gonna.
Scared the crap out of you. You just
I
jumped.
freaked out. Look at this little keg. Sorry.
Have you done a beer club? How's it going?
hey, we're drinking
Red
Red Stripe because we're in Jamaica.
I've been done with this for like an hour.
Do we have any
Is
more
there
red
more?
stripe?
There's one more up here. You want to?
One more.
There's one more.
But there's other beers.
What are we
There's
gonna split it? No, sorry. I don't know.
You guys are like, you remind me of debate club.
We remind you of debate club because what?
You and Tim were going back and forth. It's kind of fun.
Unkempt idiots debate club.
Uh,
It was a horrible school.
So what we did with the mirror episode is we put Julie in the mirror with a candle, couple of candles, and our suds cross.
yeah, you see the suds cross on the table there, Jack?
On the
That's
table.
backwards.
I think so. Where's it at?
On the
It's
kitchen
behind
table
you.
behind you.
Oh, yeah.
On the table.
Oh, yonder. I do see it.
So we had that in the mirror, hoping maybe we can catch Julie's spirit.
It was pretty cool.
You know,
Did
it's
he get
Yeah.
It was fascinating.
catch a glimpse?
It was very high. It was for sure. I mean, it was fulfilling. I mean, it's not like nothing happened. There were several things that happened. Why are you squeezing your?
I'm not trying to.
There were several things that happened, and it was amazing. I mean, between the color, the light, the video camera stopping or going down to like 3 seconds per frame, it was slow motion. The lights that were not consistent at all, blinking in different spots. Very amazing.
Interesting.
I was reading the comment.
So was I. That was the whole leaning into the camera like a freaking weirdo.
But Jade, you're in luck because that episode is still available to watch.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in the history thingy.
Just go back 3 or 2
Look
weeks.
at the channel.
2 weeks.
Yep.
That was in between. That's right. That was in between George and
And Carl.
The mirror channel. It's the mirror. It's a bright orange.
You know, didn't we
Pretty
have
incredible.
a story about the mirror though? That what? God, I can't remember what the story was now. Some about a life renewing every 7 years, and that's where the 7 years came from.
that's right.
Where did that story
Yeah.
go?
In Greek? Was it Greek?
I don't know. I like Jay's better.
I don't
So
remember.
I'm 56. So how many years do I have to wait for my next
9.
For your next mirror to renew?
renewal?
Mirror.
Yeah.
But no, it's
No,
like
I
that.
mean,
Renews.
that legend goes back many, many years. It also has to do with if you break a mirror, you have 7 years bad luck, so you can't get renewed again. So I know the premises of that story.
It's Roman. I knew it was Greek Roman somewhere.
Yeah, that was interesting. But again, the skeptic side of me.
Thank you, Vinny.
Now that I watched a special on how mirrors are made, it's like, I don't know. I have a hard time believing that anything can get trapped in the mirror, or it's a portal, or it's a.
Well, look at it this way.
Have you ever huffed paint?
If you look at a piece of glass that's shaped in the shape of a magnifying glass, I mean, to see it made, I mean, there's nothing really spectacular about it,
right?
But it can actually do some crazy crap,
right?
You know, so it's just glass, but I mean, a mirror is just glass and paint or whatever they put behind it. But once it's made, then it can produce an energy.
Well, there's silver's been used, right? And mercury's been used.
Right.
And
So-
both of those metals, I think, have some interesting properties when it comes to energy and resonance and frequencies and stuff like that. So it would kind of make sense to me, especially older mirrors that are like mercury backed or whatever. And, you know, there had to be some things that happen or could happen. Hell, they get you sick, right?
Right. Well, back in the day, mirrors glass was made out of mylar.
Right.
And that's when they started putting mercury and silver on the back of it. So at that time, they were translucent. You could go through, you could see through. It was, there was a clear gateway through the glass. When they started putting mercury and silver on it, you started trapping things. And so that's where that comes from, is that they started getting held up inside of that mirror.
Was it trapping things, or was it like Jack and Joey's point that it has energy, so spirits are attracted to that? They use that energy.
Absolutely.
But it's metaphorical. It's got to be,
because if you paint it and it becomes a mirror, it stops it. But if you put mercury or thing like that, there's energy now, and it becomes it becomes an energy source and a conduit. So yes, on both questions.
Can a mirror ever unsee what it's reflected?
Never.
So whatever that thing is reflected is
burned
it's energy forever.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily that there's a entity or spirit trapped in the mirror. It's just it's
like energy.
Ask Zod.
Like it uses that as a vessel, right?
Right.
Is that how you would look at that?
I would see that.
Yeah.
But I mean, and it depends on the person who owns the mirror and what they're doing with that mirror. It's just like the doll, you know. I mean,
exactly. And just like diamonds can absorb and trap and absorb the history and tech memory, I believe glass can do the same thing, especially when you cover it. You know what I'm saying? How crystals can absorb memory.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, most people use a mirror, you know, just to look fit. Or like, well, women are putting on their makeup and all that stuff in a mirror, and I think the mirror becomes something different.
I think they're hard drives.
You use it for something different. So when you use it for a ritual, you know, say Bloody Mary or anything like that, then it's just like a Ouija board. Ouija board is just a board with some writing on it. It's nothing until you give it power. You use it for different purposes,
right?
You know, and so American,
like cocaine and hookers.
Do you know how many people talk to mirrors? I mean, there's so much energy that comes from people that speak into mirrors. It absorbs energy just like crystals do. Crystals absorb energy and memory.
Crystals. I'm sorry, I'm still on that.
And if you block glass from having it go through, then you can stop that and absorb that energy and that.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's just like, you know, in Judea, Jewish religion, they cover the mirrors and all that when someone dies because they
exactly because
go into that mirror.
Right.
Well,
exactly.
crap balls. I didn't even think about that. That's frightening.
Yeah, when people die, they covered all the mirrors.
Ooh, wow, I had another thought.
All right, let's hear it.
You know The Room, Joey, The Room.
The room.
The
Oh
room.
yeah, that room. Yeah,
Whoa,
yeah, I've been in there.
that cool. Yeah, that was a cool room. That's all I got to say about that.
But what was your thought?
I don't know what the room is called. It's
Mirror room.
Well, I don't want to give it away.
Yeah, it's a room that's
In
covered.
my past,
It's not like a fun house, but it's like a fun house. But it's not.
but it's a ceiling room, is what it is.
Ceiling room. That's what it's called.
Not a ceiling, not
Unbelievable
up there, but a room for
Unbelievably cool.
EAL.
Yeah.
So Wendy said mirrors absorb energy. Yes, when they're glass, they pass through. When you stop that by covering the side of the glass, they stop and they absorb.
Right.
I do believe that energy is trapped in that mirror. Which we can look this up and do a whole show
We did a whole show on mirrors, but
no, not on
I'm gonna
mirrors,
watch
but
that.
as far as as far as energy trapped in objects, we've done that one too.
no,
Well,
it's
these
all
are sort of-
fascinating. But it's true. I mean, when you find like an antique mirror, you don't know what people have done with that mirror.
No, and
What-
you don't know what that mirror is seeing.
You know, you could pull some crazy crap out of those antique
And
mirrors.
if
Probably.
crystals absorb memory, then why can't mirrors?
What's a devil's box?
I stay away from those.
I would too. It sounds like an awful thing.
There used to be a TV when I was growing up.
That's funny, but it's good.
What is a devil's box?
I don't know. Somebody commented.
I like a Dybbuk box.
I was gonna say, Dybbuk
Vinny.
box?
I don't know.
No, if you have one, I'd like to play with it.
What? I knew this girl one time. Never mind.
Speaking of devil boxes.
Speaking of devil boxes. Yaka, yaka, yaka. Sorry, guys.
Oh, that's bad.
Okay, now you guys are bringing all kinds of stuff I don't even know about. Wendy, you're just messing with me, right? That's not a thing, is it?
No.
Dybbuk boxes? What is that?
A Dybbuk box?
Dybbuk box. It is.
Oh, it is a thing.
It is a
Devil
thing.
box.
Well, that's what I was asking Vinny if
You know,
that's
jewelry boxes hold energy. Every kind of box holds energy.
Well, I think we've come to the conclusion that any artifact can hold energy. I mean,
Mhm.
So, in conclusion,
Well, mirrors
voodoo
hold
can make
energy.
everything something.
right?
Anything that's a thing can be a thing that's a vessel for voodoo.
Well, don't they use diamonds and crystals and electronic equipment? Don't they?
Well, anything that's in the physical realm can be affected by things that aren't in the physical realm.
In Star Trek, crystals could hold millions and millions of, I guess we'd call terabytes now,
Well, those
of
dilithium. So.
dilithium crystals. Could power spaceships, could hold stuff that was amazing. So they were onto it way, 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 way back then.
Oh, wow.
So the devil's box is a 6-sided chamber of mirrors that supposedly attracts spirits and then trap them inside. And that
I
sounds
don't want one.
How do you have a 6? Oh, wait.
You have to
Double.
build it.
Cube.
Build it.
I'm an idiot. Okay. Sorry. I'm trying to picture like, how do you have 6 sides? Okay. Sorry. Okay.
But sure.
Is that a tetrahedron? Is that what that is? No.
that goes back to the whole math thing, geometry. You know,
I suck at math.
Do you remember?
Surprisingly, I'm good at shapes and colors, so you think I would have got that one, but oh well.
Do you remember the show Land of the Lost? Will Marshall Holly.
Oh,
So the Sleestack in there, his name was what was his name?
I have no idea. That was
So he would arrange crystals. And
I think there's crickets on that one. There's crickets on
Land
the
of the
green.
Lost.
Land of the Lost. What'd I say?
You said Land of the Lost, and I'm trying to think if I watched that. That's not
Will Marshall Holly. They had a fly swatter that was a big pole to get the dinosaurs away.
I remember
Enoch was the
I'm thinking of
gargoyle,
Fraggle Rock.
the alien that went into the pyramid, and he arranged the crystals, and he could. The crystals had memory. I mean, this is not new.
No. That was but that was a
That
terrible
was
show.
that was
It was based on a premises.
No, it's interesting because now that you mention it, it is really heavily based on some seriously deep shit. It was a terrible show.
Yeah, terrible show. It was based on
It's some
reality.
really heavy stuff. When you,
Yeah.
I never looked at it like that. That's crazy.
that's like the dark crystal, right?
Don't even get me started. That's my shit. That's my jam.
Give me a dollar, man.
Missing stuff. The whole spirit. Oh, dude, Dark Crystal is.
Hey, man, give me a dollar.
Give me $1, man. So yeah, that's hilarious. That's funny. I'll play that sometime.
All right.
Your breath smells like okay.
Don't give him $1.
But even the Egyptians had a vest that had rubies and crystals on it that I can't remember. Never mind.
I can't keep up with this chat stuff because some of this biscuits, gravy, scrambled eggs, and coffee. I'm freaking hungry now.
Are we going to Denny's?
I don't know, but I'm hungry.
Joey's dying over here.
Biscuits, gravy, scrambled eggs.
Because he's reading the things.
I'm out of here.
I inhaled some Jamaican beer.
That's not what it's for, Joey. You're supposed to drink it.
I know.
Drink the beer, inhale the smoke.
Chug.
There we go.
Puff, puff, give. Chug, chug, puff. Not good.
Is there a Denny's close?
I don't know. Do they deliver? Everything delivers, right?
Not Denny's.
We're talking about food. How do we get on food now?
I don't know.
Because they were talking
They
about
said gravy, scrambled eggs, and coffee. What's up with that? That's not nice.
well, the comment shouldn't include food.
Go for a grand slam.
Oh, Jay just comes in with dinner was good. Thanks, honey. That's not very nice.
You're crying over here.
I about died.
Jack was fun.
Biscuits, gravy, scrambled
This is
eggs,
great.
coffee.
I'm catching up on these things. I love that.
That has nothing to do with paranormal
but
talk.
that's why you can't see vampires. They no longer have life energy to see. That's pretty freaking deep.
Yep.
And yeah, I like biscuits and gravy too.
Vampire.
Okay, I'm done. I'm hungry.
No shit.
What was the opposite of a vampire though? That
A person?
what it was the demons. That's right, demons. That's why they covered the mirrors too.
Right.
So because demons
Seen the mirrors and vampires weren't.
seen in a mirror,
Right.
but you can't see them in person, but you can see them in a mirror.
Oh, interesting.
Vampires, you can
Can't
see them in
see
person, but you can't
Can't
see them in a mirror.
That's right.
That's what.
Wow.
Yeah,
There's a lot of energy went into these things.
it's a crazy thing.
What I want to know is why does your camera keep adjusting focus?
As I'm moving in and out.
Well,
Does it do that?
we need to make sure we find a camera that works better down there.
Fine tuning.
Yeah, because it's just not a very high pixel
Right.
camera on there.
It's a laptop.
Can you see me?
It's
What
it's
do
just
you
a camera on the laptop.
Oh, and I gave away all the secrets, trade secrets. What's behind me over there? Over there. That way.
Oh, what's that? What's that?
I don't know.
There's a clock on the wall.
There is a clock on the wall.
It came from an antique store.
The clock on the wall. Sorry.
And it is haunted.
It's a haunted clock?
Yeah, it likes to open on.
Well? Or is it broken? Even if
Oh, you can wind it and work, but we don't because it'll just continue. to
Yeah,
go off.
it dinged on its own when it wasn't even wound up.
Yeah,
I have the same problem.
You ding on your-
I ding
I
on
think
my
you're
own.
wound up.
I ding on my own because I got too wound up.
Well, for
Large.
those of you that are still on here with us,
I'm about to start drinking everything in these bottles.
hello guys.
What are you eating?
Nothing.
Okay, no, we're asking our viewers,
Oh, sorry.
those that are left, what topics they'd like us to maybe bring up on later shows or do shows on different topics. What would they like us to do? So please let us know in the comments.
Yeah, we'll take notes.
Hopefully we'll remember.
They're just talking to each other.
They talk to each other more than they talk to us. Do you realize that?
Well, that's because we don't shut up long enough for them to have a conversation with us.
Not saying.
Hey, Linda, how you doing today? Oh, good. How are you? Did you see that movie on Friday?
What?
Heavy Metal Beer Club. Are they drinking wine at the bar? No, they're not drinking. I don't know what they're drinking at the bar, but it's not wine. I tell you that.
Red Stripe.
We only had one beer. One beer.
There's a lot of alcohol in that bar.
Well, I'm afraid to touch any of it
Why?
because I don't know what it does to you.
I think it's going to be fun.
Well, it gets you drunk.
Well, I know, but some
It's
of it,
my beer.
I don't know. Some of it I'm afraid of.
Oh,
Like,
Do you
for
like the way it
instance,
tastes?
pie hole. I'm afraid of this.
Well, pie holes.
That's the shit, right?
Wendy
there.
turned.
Yeah, I'm afraid of it, so I'm not going to try it. I'd rather have a beer, but
I like
Wendy
that.
will tell you how good it is.
you know
Have-
what? the hell?
There's a lot of beer in the refrigerator, Tim.
Let's try a little shot of pie.
pie hole.
Lindsay says,
Oh,
"Don't
Oh,
drink
Lindsay says, don't drink my. Oh, what's too late, sweetheart. Sorry.
No, drink my pie hole. Only had a very, very small. That's why I'm afraid.
Is it delicious?
Oh my God.
What is it?
Hit me
It's
right
great.
in my pie hole.
It's gravy. What?
It's good stuff.
good shit."
Oh,
Wendy says it's
man.
yummy, and she wants a White Russian.
There's some fruit punch moonshine in the fridge if you want to try that.
Flaming jelly bean. Are these real? These
What
aren't
is
real.
a flaming jelly bean?
You light a jelly
I'm
bean on
afraid
fire.
of this. I've never been in front of a bar that I'm afraid of.
Darren, you get a small Oh my god. Still waiting. What is a flaming jelly bean?
Yeah, I don't know. Christine, what is it?
A tiny pie hole.
Share with us. There might be the stuff to make it back there. You never know.
Well, is that,
There.
is that for new drinks?
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
Nobody has any suggestions for shows? Anybody in the
White
audience?
Russians with small pie holes is all I'm saying. That's all we got.
Let's do a show on dreams.
Ooh, no, we did that.
We did?
Yeah,
yeah, we did, didn't we?
there was a dream show.
Well, it was kind of it was on clairvoyance and
Right.
dreams.
Right.
Yeah.
So same thing. So we can do a deeper dream one where we can all just interpret stuff. Like
I think
one
we
time. No, that's not fun. You know what?
What?
Anybody go to band?
We were.
Yeah.
We can do band camp stories.
Oh yeah, good. Yuck.
No, we don't
yeah.
get that. That can derail really fast.
Talk about paranormal. Actually, when we were up at NAU music camp, there's no cemetery that's out in that area. Familiar with it or not? Anywho, that was a fun thing in band camp.
A band camp next to a cemetery?
Yeah, NAU.
Yeah, that's badass.
Up at NAU, there's a cemetery along that main drag as you're heading out towards Bookman's. If anybody's ever been there, knows
Well,
what
that's
I'm
an oldie. That's
Yeah.
an old.
It's an old graveyard there that we hung out there in the transition between first and second sessions. And yeah, it wasn't one time. It was every year at band camp. Jeez. Anyway, let's talk about Kiss.
Yeah.
The dowling rods. That's a good thing. We got to do a whole show on dowling rods.
We actually have somebody that
Dowsing rods. I'm
Dowsing
sorry.
rods, yeah.
I'm sorry.
we actually have a guest.
Yeah, I've got a lot of experience with that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
My first experience with those was a Reiki priest telling me that I was a blocker.
Hello.
Hi.
You guys doing the same show?
Why?
I was reading the comments.
I
We
know.
do. We have a guest that we're going to bring on that does dowsing rods. So we are going to.
Yeah, I totally want to go there.
Wait, what happened?
What do you want to do?
Oh, there's our. Let's see what we got here in our flaming jelly bean shot.
I think dowsing rods is a good show to do.
Some rum blackberry brandy.
Wendy has a flaming boyfriend. What does that mean?
Wow.
I have a flaming boyfriend.
Totally different comments here.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure how to take that.
I'm reading the ingredients to a flaming belly gene. Jelly
You're telling me that.
Yeah,
So-
okay.
What's a flaming boyfriend?
I don't know, Wendy.
We can make that. We just got to get some blackberry brandy. We can. make
Yeah,
Daring. What?
I like blackberry brandy.
Brandy. All right, we'll have to try that on one of our shows.
Is that a drink or can I have a
I think it's.
flaming
I
girlfriend?
hope it's. I think it's.
Yeah. I think they used to get Christian Brothers had a blackberry.
Mm.
It's pretty good.
Chuck Berry.
Blackberry is pretty good.
He was also.
He's dead, isn't he?
I don't know.
Yeah, he just died.
I didn't come.
All right, let's talk about Kiss. I saw
Let's
Kiss
talk
back
about
in
Kiss, baby.
1977.
I've never seen that live.
I saw their last concert with makeup and their first concert without. in Dallas.
And then you begged them to put back on.
They're much better with the makeup on.
It's easier to concentrate on not the music when they're wearing makeup.
Right.
Drink enough and you won't care.
Well, that's kind of the whole theme to the thing.
No, but Paul Stanley, he was much better looking than Gene Simmons.
Oh, he's a
which
pretty
I
guy.
had
He's a very
no
pretty guy.
idea.
You mean you thought Gene Simmons might be a good-looking man?
Well, I thought so. I mean, he's a lead singer.
He's not a lead singer.
Yes, he is a lead singer.
He's a bass player. That's
No. He was the front man.
Ace Frehley was much better with
and Kiss, right?
The band Kiss. Gene Simmons
was not the front
tongue.
man. He was not the front man. No. I don't even like them. I know he's not the front man.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm 100% sure he's not.
Gene Simmons is a bass player.
He sang some of the songs.
He was a guy out in front.
He is probably more well
Paul was to
known.
the right, Ace is to the left,
is the
and
lead
Chris
singer.
was in the back, and
Paul's the lead
Gene
singer.
Simmons was in the middle cutting his tongue.
He's the lead
Ace
singer.
Frehley was on the right stage.
Paul Stanley was the lead singer.
Yeah.
All right.
Gene Simmons was
He wasn't the one
certainly-
in the front.
I don't know where they stood. I've never seen them live.
All right. So I
All
know
right.
that
Gene and Paul were the front men. They both sang.
Gene was the front man.
They started the band. They got the most merchandising rights.
Paul had the best voice.
Well, because
He did most of the songs.
You know,
Gene was
the
the
long tongue.
front man. He stood right in the front with his tongue.
I guess that's truth. I don't know because I didn't see him. What do you guys say? Paul and Gene sang. Paul sang more.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm saying Gene was the front man. He's the one that stood in the middle, cut his tongue.
Yeah.
Did all that stuff. And Paul was flamboyant on the left, and
Did you
Ace
pay
was
attention?
just a ghost on the right.
I'm just a ghost on this stage. Anyway, what happened?
Really loved his tongue.
Dicks.
What? No, not those
Paul
two.
was not in the middle.
I don't.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go home and watch Kiss.
Okay.
We're waiting to see how long it take you to notice.
Why?
I don't know.
Just for fun.
Was it fun? Did you have a good time? Did you enjoy yourself,
What the
Keith?
hell we're talking about now?
Was it fun?
Oh, the Heavy Metal Beer Club wants to talk about Kiss, so we did. Now let's get back on topic.
Yep, get to it, boys.
What is our topic?
I don't know. Paul was the lead singer. See, Heavy Metal Beer Club said it. So,
Okay.
so, I mean, you don't call yourself Heavy Metal Beer Club unless you're into beer.
Beer and heavy metal.
Okay.
How about a show on pendulums? That'd be interesting.
Ooh, I just bought my wife one.
Did you?
She says all three of those things, though.
She got pendulum and
Those things go together.
and I already
I'm
have
gonna
tarot.
go on crosses.
Yeah.
Tarot cards freak me out, though. I don't know why.
No,
but-
not tarot.
The pictures are really cool.
Yeah,
yeah.
Tarot cards, depending which one
it
you have.
depends on what tarot you go with.
Oh, there's
The
different
Celtic
ones.
tarot is pretty
Yeah.
sweet.
Well, we
That
might have to.
medieval shitty. The artwork sucks. Take
A
pictures.
gypsy show.
Gypsy show. That'd be interesting.
Ooh. Yeah.
Gypsies, tramps, and thieves.
Let's just go over with what gypsies are. Huh?
We could do
What are
gypsy.
gypsies?
We actually did a show kind of on werewolves.
Well, yeah, we did it on all the
Our monsters.
but and you did the werewolf part.
I was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even witchcraft.
Again, these are all available on our YouTube channel. Go back. That was in season 1 or 2.
No, it was 2.
That was 2.
It was in 2. Yeah.
That's right. We're in season 3. I
We're in
forget.
season 3.
Jeez.
Yeah, I think a tarot card show might be kind of cool. I think we have some mediums coming on anyway, don't we?
We do in the future, yes.
So
Morgan's very experienced in tarot.
And some white witches.
mhm.
Yes.
That's a whole nother topic.
Mm-hmm.
Witchcraft.
She's a witch.
I'm
I'm a witch.
Oh, she turned me into a newt. I got better.
Another show, isn't it?
Yeah, we do have another hush show unless we unless we get somebody.
Wait, you're gonna do this again?
Yeah.
Sweet. What? Is something
Yeah.
growling down here? Or
Probably.
something-
Probably my tummy. I heard pancakes.
Oh, it's dogs. Okay, cool.
Okay, good. Yeah, you're down there with the dolls.
Sorry. The dolls.
Oh,
Yeah, the
we
dolls
did-
are over there.
Clock.
Yeah. I'm waiting for something to pop in view on the screen.
There's a dog.
I just saw a dog.
Is it a real dog? Ghost dog.
Darren's stomach. I don't doubt it was Darren's stomach. We've had a few investigations where I have to debunk a lot of shit because that's all we hear is stomach.
Whoa. Wendy and Darren are in a band together, aren't they?
Well, she's the groupie.
Oh, really?
They're called Paraglass.
Paraglass.
Yeah, it's a new rock band.
Are you serious?
No.
Okay, good, because that's not horrible. What band were you in, Darren?
He still plays.
Okay, good. My stomach is very silent. Well, what band were you in? That's what I want to know.
Spirits.
Right. Spirits.
We did do one on gnomes.
Vincent's Price is also a terrible band name.
Nymphs and spirits.
Dirt Nap.
Whack-a-mole.
I like Dirt Nap. That's really good.
Dirt Nap. I like Hobbitcock.
I want to do Pushing Daisies.
Dirt Nap is the name of the band.
Dirt.
That's solid.
Dirt.
Dirt Road. All right, that's all I need to know. So Nymphs and Sprites.
Sprites.
Ruby. Wow, Jade. Nice. All right.
Okay. I don't know where to go with this.
I don't either. I'm intrigued. Y'all talk amongst yourselves there.
You know, that's an idea though. We can go back to old episodes and revisit some of that stuff. And
Oh, we really could probably do it justice, maybe.
What would be cool is because there's those moments I think I've seen a couple of times in shows where I can tell you had a thought that somebody was continuing on with theirs, and so it kind of got away from you. So it'd be kind of cool to take like those moments where something got left out or something you wanted to expand on. You know what I mean? Go through it, and you could actually just shut them up for a second and take your thought somewhere.
Those bloopers.
Start a new conversation, kind of thing.
Weren't we on that path? at
Yeah,
once?
we were supposed to do that.
So, but I think you have more than 2 dogs because I keep seeing a dog come out of the
It's a ghost dog.
entryway there, and I don't know, but I've seen about 10 of them now come out of the entryway there.
They're just going in a circle. That's all they're doing.
So touch up into a great band name. No, we're not doing a show on Slenderman. We're all chubby.
I think Slenderman would be interesting.
I knew it would be too, except that we're all fat and it's gross.
Archangels.
Look at this.
Speaking of archangels,
Oh, what?
oh, it reminds me of something we talked about today, doing a show on the Lost Ark.
No, let's do a show on angels.
I like more on conspiracy theories.
I don't
I like that too.
Conspiracy theories are fun.
Angels would be cool.
More on conspiracy theories.
Well, it's the left.
All right.
I had an idea for.
No, let's do. How about angels, guys?
Jin's also good. Jin's are also
I
good.
don't believe in angels.
You don't have
But-
to.
Well, then that's why we should do a show on it, so you can just do it.
Do you believe in genies?
I don't believe in the devil. Don't believe in angels.
You believe in
What about
genies?
gins or genies? You believe in those? Or leprechauns?
Werewolves. Yes.
Gnomes, leprechaun, angels are your limit.
Skinwalker we're gonna do.
Skinwalker.
That's what I'm getting.
Skinwalkers are-
Worst condom ever. Sorry.
Dude, don't shop at the dollar store. Jesus.
It's a visual. It just creeps right off.
Shop at a real grocery store.
You know, never mind. Yeah, slap Ben. Wendy, do it. Virtual
Oh.
slap.
Oh, Darren is an angel, though. Yeah. So
I don't know.
I
Someone really wants these tarot card things going on.
We can do. You said
Well,
we
who's
did tarot,
who's
I'm
an
sorry.
authority on tarot cards that isn't a gypsy?
Scotty and Morgan.
They're not gypsies?
Not.
Because we could do like a combo show. Is it gypsies or am I saying the wrong thing? Isn't that what they are? Gypsy fortune tellers, right? Isn't that the whole tarot card thing?
No.
Or am I wrong about what gypsies are?
Gypsies are tarot cards are mediums and clairvoyant.
What are gypsies?
Wizards.
Gypsies are just people that run around.
I know there's the racist or the judgmental
gypsies
cultural
are like
thing.
heart. They run around and party and everything.
That's
like
that's
Renaissance.
homeless people.
Yeah.
That's a different kind of gypsy. I'm thinking like the gypsy, like Pinocchio gypsy, right? The fortune teller. Wasn't that a gypsy at one point? Am I alone? What's going
I
on?
think you're alone.
Was that Robin Williams? No, he was a genie. That's right.
He's a genie. The gypsies used to be the fortune tellers, did they not? Was that a whole different movie thing?
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
Okay, thank you. Jeez,
The nomadic ones.
yes, they had the wagon with shit all over it, and they had the bandana thing around their head, and too much
Aladdin
jewelry.
and lamps and
Yeah,
flying
it's
carpets.
freaking gypsies.
I don't think that's tarot.
Wouldn't it be the same? I agree.
Romanians. Yes.
I digress.
That was rude, Joey. That was just rude.
I'm sorry. Yes. But I know tarot cards. I mean, the tarot cards that I have they're trying to think of the dang.
I have a Celtic set of tarot.
More Eastern type stuff.
Right, but that's the thing. Like, there's tarot cards themselves can be a themed of any kind of theme, but where that practice is most solid, I don't know. I always associate it with gypsies and fortune tellers.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys doing to the?
Yeah, these ones are all tied around chakras and stuff like that.
So yeah, Eastern Indian. That's really funny because I don't think in all the time that I was involved in that sort of religion thing, tarot cards were never a thing that I know of anyway. At least not in the one that I went to.
That's 11 now, right?
What do you want to do a show on her?
Somebody's here.
Let's do a show on Wendy.
At the bar. Let's do a show on Wendy. Yeah, what's up? Fur alert.
Yeah, we've had quite a few thumbs
Wendy,
up
let's talk about you.
tarot.
I think that we should. I think we'll reach out to some of the mediums we might have on and see if they do tarot.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a good way to bring that in. You have a thought and you keep losing
Well,
it.
I'm trying to think. She was a past guest a long time ago, and she was going to come on a couple times. She was going to do a Parapalooza with us, but she was on the ship.
What's her name?
Oh, yeah.
And for some reason,
that one.
She does
too. You guys are killing me. I know you're talking about. Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah.
Don't I? It's the one girl.
Yeah, that one.
That girl.
That one.
Yeah, that one.
Joey, right?
That one girl.
Alicia.
Nope, that's not it.
Alicia.
Yeah.
That's the one with that does tarot too. Yeah.
Couldn't think of her last name.
Alicia, Karen, or Linda.
No, it was Alicia. Right. Alicia Ruth, thank you. Good Lord.
Yeah.
Madonna.
My goodness. Now I'm
flabbergasted.
So like Dutch oven?
It doesn't show, so don't worry about it.
Flabbergasted is like the ultimate Dutch oven. I'm flabbergasted. So sorry. Anyway.
Tim's hiding. Why is Tim hiding?
I'm
flabbergasted.
I was flabbergasted. That's what I'm talking about.
Wow,
that was a flabbergast.
Shut up.
So, you guys, come on, give us a suggestion for shows.
They did. That's what this whole chat's been about. They talk about
I know, but
nomadic people.
Ex-girlfriends are not a topic.
Yeah, they are. Not for this, but
I like all that stuff.
And Wendy, we'd love to do a show on you, but
psychic readings, crystal ball would be cool. Huh?
Yeah,
interesting.
I think
that would be awesome.
Only if it's me to come on and actually demonstrate how one worked, real ones and good crappy hoaxy ones.
So you're saying there are real crystal balls?
Well, there's real balls made of crystal. So yeah,
crystal ball.
Yeah,
I don't know how to answer that.
Well, because weren't there ones that like glow and do all crap like that, or is that just new shit?
I think we should do tarot cards.
I think we've established that. Well, we're definitely going to do that for sure.
Okay, good. So then, what else are we doing? Are we making a calendar right now?
I thought you were taking notes.
Yeah, because I can't. Black magic.
How about white magic?
Why is it such a racist?
They got.
That's actually that'd be a cool episode. Ghost ships.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I would.
Oh, ghost ships. I missed that one. Sorry. Just caught up. Different spirit boxes. Let's not do spirit boxes.
Is that a motorcycle?
Let's do spirit fingers.
yeah, that's probably the motorcycle go by. Different spirit box.
Spirit
You're actually doing different episodes on different equipment, so
Mhm.
that's something we're going to look into this season for sure. What?
Spirit hands.
Have we done nightmares?
That's part of dreams. I think that would come into the dream category.
Yeah.
So
Very different.
I think we have to go into the dream a little bit more in depth. We have to do an episode on it. So we need to find somebody who really specializes in dreams.
Scotty specializes in dreams. He's an interpreter.
Wendy, when you get a Dybbuk box, we'll do one episode on one.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
I want to know what the Dybbuk box is. I know what the devil box is. Now what's the Dybbuk box?
Can I get one on Amazon?
Can you? No. Why?
It's another Jewish thing. The Dybbuk box.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yes. So
Like Jewish, that dark side of Jewish kind of thing?
it was where they put things in that are kind of deemed to be evil, and they seal it up in a box, and they actually put wax around it to seal it up. All that, and then people sell them.
What the?
and yeah,
Oh, wow.
crazy stuff.
Hillbillies are an interesting topic.
Do an episode on hillbillies.
It's not paranormal. It's just normal.
It'd be better if it was haunted hillbillies or something.
Haunted hillbillies.
Right?
I like that.
What do you guys think about conscious, super conscious, and ultra conscious, and all of that
We did
aspect?
that already with Scotty, though.
Well, I mean, he touched on it, but we could
Yeah.
really.
No, we'll have Scotty back too.
Yeah.
To do some
All right.
more in-depth stuff. Yeah.
You haven't met a hillbilly then. In the hell? Hey, Cinnamon Roll Films just got in here. You're going to love this. What you guys doing tonight?
Who's asking?
Talking about hillbillies, baby. Hillbillies and Kiss. And
Billy Ray Cyrus. No.
that's
We're just chatting it up. Just chatting it up tonight.
we.
Kind of low key, drinking some Red Stripe.
You're a backwoods folk? Oh, wow.
Nobody's in the room where they can push the hub button again, though,
No,
because we
There's no hub button.
down to the bar.
I know.
There is no
No.
hub button.
We might have to change it up next week.
Yeah,
Bring my own.
we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
This was our test.
This is our test run this week. So
I think I'm going to start going by Peanutty.
So, abandoned ghost towns. I think
Yes,
we should go to
Arizona.
inhabited ghost towns.
There's no such animal, man.
Why?
That would be
if there's an
Tombstone.
if there's an abandoned one,
That's
isn't
Then
that
there's ghosts, right? Is that what you're saying?
it's double talk, isn't it?
that's
Abandoned ghost
Drone.
towns.
That's Drone, Prescott,
Like-
Tombstone,
Tamper, disable, destroy.
Benson.
Humanly abandoned ghost towns, but
That
ghost rich ghost town.
humanly abandoned.
Yeah, so we want to go to an abandoned ghost rich.
You
Just
got
an abandoned town.
Bumblebee.
Ancient civilizations. We'll go to Rome.
there you go.
Ching. Or Atlantis. That would be a really short
Yeah, let's go there.
show.
Bring your snorkel.
Bring your scuba gear, dude. We're going underwater. Woo, we're all gonna die. It's gonna be sweet.
That's another one you can find on our channel too. We did it. We
Mhm.
did an Atlantis episode.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
That we kind of need to do.
You know, it's a resort.
Yeah, witchcraft. It kind of falls under.
Yeah.
Make little stick dolls. Put pieces of beef jerky out in the forest. Yeah, Keith knows what I'm talking about.
We're gonna-
Blair Witch, woo! Sorry. Hey,
Hey, you know what time it is?
It's about that time.
get off the stool. This stool sucks and my butt hurts.
Well, this has been fun.
How you doing, dude?
Hey, witchcraft.
Devil stomping ground. That'd be cool.
Like magic.
That sounds like a party to me.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Metal beer. I don't even know what that means.
Wicca.
What? Wicca?
Oh, Wicca.
Yeah,
Wicca.
the religion of
Where is the Devil Stomping Ground? What city or town or where is that?
Devil went down to Georgia.
It's true.
Yeah.
Where's the Devil Stomping Ground? What state
Where
is
you
that?
at? Yeah, where are you, Mineral?
He was looking for a soul to steal. He was in a bind.
You gonna go tuck Darren in real quick, and then we're gonna find out where this Devil Stomping Ground is.
Because he was way behind.
Come on. No.
Hello.
North Carolina.
Thank you. Yep, that sounds like a scary place.
He
Road
does
trip.
amazing Christmas decorations.
Oh,
All homemade. They're awesome.
got it.
Just so you know.
Word. Now I know. I feel special.
Well, damn, that was a fast 2 hours.
I don't know where it goes.
Goes by so quick.
Goes
But I
into
keep noticing that we more people start getting on about the time we're
they're almost done. Let's get in there.
256.
Not my chance.
Started at 7.
Anywhere in the South is scary. That's funny.
Are we going to go back to 7 o'clock?
Well, if we keep having people show up at the end of the hour, yeah.
I think it doesn't really matter.
I don't know. We have people going to bed before we get off. We have also people.
We're gonna have to start running shifts if we're gonna do that.
How about 3 o'clock?
Speaking of which, shapeshifters.
shapeshifters, skinwalkers.
Shifter.
Is that what a skinwalker is?
No. They're two different things.
Yeah, one's a con, one's a weird thing. Shapeshifter also would be a really shitty name for a con. Sorry. Wendy's used to it now. Wendy's used to 6 o'clock. Settled. Done.
Yeah.
No conversation.
We're 6.
Let's go into overtime. Let's go into bedtime. Dinner.
What
6
if,
Do we need a halftime show?
what if we split the difference and started at 6:30 and go to
I have an idea.
30?
I'm not sharing it with you people, but I have an idea.
So we do a pre-show at 6 o'clock. Just getting everybody warmed up.
And then start the show at 7 or 6:30.
It's a 2.5 hour show.
You have to subscribe to the 6 o'clock pre-show, though.
30 more minutes. Wendy, never mind.
You guys take us out, please.
Kick
Wow.
you out?
Yeah, kill us.
Why?
I gotta go to the bathroom. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful night.
Thank you, guys.
To reality TV.
All right, we're taking you guys out.
Really?
All right.
Come back.
Gone.
Wow. Now what do we do?
See, when he gets up at 4 a.m.
I get up at 5:30. Lisa gets up at
then do a post show.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a 4-hour show by the time we're done with this whole thing. I don't know if that would work, but
Yeah. I mean, what else do people have to do on a Tuesday night?
that's true. We really do have to talk about that though.
Yeah.
We do have people coming on later at night. So
Mhm. Yeah, we don't want to miss these people.
everybody that's on right now, let us know what you think. Should we start later?
Yeah. So we start at 6 o'clock Arizona time, which right now is Mountain Standard Time.
Right.
Until everybody else changes and we don't change. So then we become Pacific time. So it doesn't mess with our schedules. It just messes with the rest of the world.
Right. Thank you, Heavy
So-
Metal. We love the fact that you guys are tuning in each week. We
Yeah.
really appreciate it. So 6:30. We got a 6:30.
Christine says 8:01. What? Oh, she's out. Christine's
Oh.
gone.
Good night, Christine.
Christine, thanks. She's been with us for a long time too.
She wrote that at 8:01. That's what it was.
Oh, that's it's time stamped.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she's done at 8. So
Aragon Story says 6:30.
dinner time is 6 for me. So hard for me.
Christine says anytime is good. That's awesome. I'm game. I'm game with
Yeah,
doing I'm
whatever
game with
works
doing a
the best for everybody.
pre-show too.
We could do that. The warm-up show.
Yep.
Start breaking out the instruments again for the after show.
Might have to do that.
Hmm.
So let's toss that around. So plus once we get our new Patreon account up and running,
Yeah.
we can do maybe all our Patreon members will get the pre-show.
They can do the pre-show
There
and
you
talk
go.
to the guests, and
Yeah.
it would be fun.
might be able to do something like that.
Yeah. So stay tuned for that Patreon idea,
which will hopefully be shortly. But
I think Jack's back from doing his thing.
Oh, is he?
I don't know what he's doing.
No.
No. Well, they have to at least say,
we got a cheers.
Cheers, yeah.
It's the longest I go without a cigarette on a regular basis.
Now they're
they're all in conversation.
All right.
Never mind.
So if you guys are watching the TV down there, you got to get back in your places so that we can do our sign off, our cheers, our hey, till next time. You know, the whole thing.
Christine wants a 3-hour show. You really want to listen to us rant for 3 hours? It'd be great when we have a guest, but I don't know about that.
Yeah, I could bring a sandwich.
I don't think they hear us because the TV volume's not on.
True.
So they're
leaving it up to us to do the sign off.
I guess so. Hey, Jack.
Jack, can you hear us?
Can you hear us? Give us a thumbs up if you can hear us.
He's scratching his butt.
Jack. All right.
We'll have to do this ourselves.
We'll do the sign off ourselves. Once again, honestly, everybody who joins us, we really appreciate you guys hanging with us each week. And
love all you guys.
We'll toy with the idea of doing a pre-show at 6 to 6:30 and maybe starting the actual show at 6:30. So see what happens.
Yeah. Get a couple beers in us before we start the show.
Yep.
Yeah. I like it.
I like it. Sounds good. So
this has been TTABA The Unexplained.
Happy Unexplained Hour.
We're not going to number them anymore.
No.
This has been February 9th, 2021.
That works better.
Oh, what's happened to my head?
Oh, that's weird.
Wow.
That was weird. I don't know
It's
what
the ghost
that was.
in the machine.
Yeah, that was really weird. All right.
Well,
so until next time.
I guess we already said that.
No beer left.
Cheers,
we'll see you guys
everybody.
next week. Cheers.
Yeah. Wondering where to find the truth about beer and merchandise, you've come to the right place. BS Designs has all the merch you've been looking for, from t-shirts and koozies to the very collectible The Truth About Beer and themed gnomes. Visit BS Designs today.
Whether you're an aspiring paranormal enthusiast or a seasoned professional, or perhaps you're just looking to add to your equipment inventory, look no further than Ghost Hunters Outlet. They have all your equipment needs. For a limited time, mention the word beer in the promotional code for additional savings. And be sure to watch The Truth About Beer and on YouTube.
Welcome to The Truth About Beer.